there checking everyone's leg. If they'll see the injury on my leg, then I will be caught.
NTV, turning on your world.
Emitwe gy'amawulire gikuleeteddwa
Salolin, color your world.
Baminisita abavuganya mu kamyufu ka NRM bagaaniddwa okukozesa emmotoka za gavumenti. Ekiragiro kitandikirawo enkya. Minisita Aida Nantaba bamugambye oba ayagala agende. Abantu obukadde 10 mu Uganda tebalya kukkuta. Embeera esiddwa ku bwavu obuyitiridde. Bo abatuuze b'ebbanda beegasse ku poliisi okugobaganya abayizi b'ekyamboga babadde beekalakaasa. Amasasi ganyoose. So nga bannabusiro balaze omutanda essanyu mu bikujjuko by'okkuza olunaku lwa bulungi bwansi mu Buganda.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
I know exactly what to do. So how do I look, girls?
So clean.
Mukwano Star White Laundry Bar Soap makes you the star you are.
As we journey through life, we get caught up in our daily routine that we sometimes forget to stop and be thankful.
We forget that one small act of kindness can change someone's life forever.
If you had a chance to change someone's life today, would you do it?
We want to hear your story.
Or do you know someone in your community that has dedicated their life to touching other people's lives?
Send us an email, wecan@ug.airtel.com, or write to us. Send those letters to any Airtel outlets countrywide.
Management of Kigezi College Butobere, the great senior, invites old boys and well-wishers to a grand alumni reunion senior day, scheduled to take place on 10th October 2015 at Kigezi College Butobere, starting at 8 a.m. The chief guest will be His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Come and express your support and loyalty to the great senior.
Must watch.
You know, the consequences of what her assistant is facing is what is worrying Antonia very much.
Well, from what I've heard from Stenio, who told me the story the other day, is that she's involved in something serious. Arms trafficking.
Trafficking?
Yes.
Really, arms?
Must watch.
Sandhya has a habit of going and never coming back on time. Wherever she goes, she just takes her own time. Listen, Vikram!
Yes, Babu?
Come here. Listen, Vikram. Go find Sandhya. And listen, do one thing. Tell Suraj also. Once he is done with his work, he should come back soon.
All the snack shops downstairs seem to be calling out my name and asking me to come there and have some yummy snacks. Well, this is a good opportunity. Wait a minute, Vikram. Babu, where will he search her amongst the ladies? With your permission, shall I go and call Sandhya?
Today you've really surprised me, Meenakshi. It seems your brain has started working after coming to the temple today. That's why, without being told, you're willing to work. Go. Go and get Sandhya over here quickly.
Yes,
And keep in mind, the grand prayer is going to start soon. Understood?
Yes, Babu. I'll just go and bring her quickly. I'll leave now.
Chaudhary? You are all right. Chaudhary, today everyone who has come here are really in grave danger. That terrorist is still amongst us and he is hiding somewhere.
They're checking everyone's leg. If they'll see the injury on my leg, then I will be caught. Oh, officer, watch out!
Did you hurt yourself?
Sir, I got injured trying to save you.
In trying to save me, you hurt yourself. Come on now. Help him out, please. Let's go.
If you can tell us something, or give us some identity, it would be of great help for all of us. You must remember something. Some conversation that you might have overheard, or maybe you saw someone. Please try to remember something, Chaudhary.
Sandhya? I cannot remember anything, Sandhya. I am trying to remember any detail about it, but I cannot recall anything, Sandhya.
It happens, Chaudhary. You were in their custody for so long. You must have heard something. They might be talking about something amongst themselves or to someone else. Try to remember something. Chaudhary, think about it. You must remember something. You were with them for so many days. Tell us something, please.
It is so delicious. It got over. Oh no, Babu can smell onion from so far. What do I do now? Just eat some mint, Meenakshi. What is Sandhya doing with so many police officers over there? I must take a look. Babu has been waiting for her, and look at her. She's sitting here with the police. Yeah, I must do one thing. I will go and tell Babu about what she's doing. She will get a firing, and I will get a reward. Yeah. But if she asks me, then what will I tell her? Let me check out what she's doing. Isn't that Chaudhary? Chaudhary?
Just try and think a little hard. Please, some name.
Yes, Sandhya. There was one name. Anurag Joshi.
Anurag Joshi?
have heard this name somewhere before as well.
Just add the Radiant Hair Polisher before styling and finish your magical look with the Radiant Olive Sheen Spray. Your big day is definitely on. Radiant. Feel yourself.
SMS the word ICEAFC to 6565 now and we will call you back. Or visit us at Renzori Court, 2nd floor. Or email us at familyfuneral@icea.co.ug.
NTV, turning on your world.
Program Guide.
Oli musuubuzi oba munnamakolero nga tulina tiini namba tiini maani ennyengeddewo n'omugano omugano gwa URA wangula namuka w'ebirabo omulizi bodaboda amasimu kompyuta microwave n'ebirala nkumu mu tiini bonanza ky'olina okukola gwe gwewandiisa ofuna tiini namba ey'obwerere ku woofiisi ya URA yonna ekuli okumpi eyo tiini namba gy'ofuna yagenda okuyingiza mu kivulu semaggulu URA fiesta nga 25 Oktoba ku kisaawe Namboole okutandika ku ssaawa 2 ez'okumakya tusiba abayimbi ab'amaanyi n'okugaba ebirabo eri abasukkulumye mu kusasula omusolo omugano kukutuusibwako URA developing Uganda together.
Did you know? Abantu batussa mu buyinza NRM government olw'okuba tulina okulumirirwa n'okukola ku bizibu ebikwatagana n'abantu baffe abatulonda. Biiru zino ezimu aba wota n'amasanyalaze ze babasaba si zammwe, si mwe mwakosa amazzi ago ate si mwe abakosa amasanyalaze, nti waliwo ensobi ezo biiru ne zijja ne tusalawo ffe tubajje mu kizibu ekyo.
We have paid this morning a total of over 20 million shillings to clear the bills there.
Insurance tips
is brought to you by ICEA Group.
Insurance is one of the risk transfer mechanisms where the insurance company compensates or promises to compensate the insured in the event of death, illness, loss, injury, and this is done in exchange for a premium. There are two types of insurance. One is life and the other is non-life or general insurance.
We will be there with you when it all starts. There with you as you see them through school. With you when you first ignite your dream car. There to encourage you through your investments. There with you to experience the joy of buying your own home. There to reassure you when you retire. NTV, turning on your world.
Akawungezi. Baminisita abavuganya mu kamyufu ka NRM baganiddwa okukozesa emmotoka za gavumenti. Ekiragiro kitandikirawo enkya. Minisita Aida Nantaba bamugambye oba ayagala agende. Abantu obukadde 10 mu Uganda tebalya kukkuta. Embeera esiddwa ku bwavu obuyitiridde. bo abatuuze b'ebbanda beegasse ku poliisi okugobaganya abayizi b'ekyamboga ababadde beekalakaasa amasasi ganyoose. So nga bannabusiro balaze omutanda essanyu mu bikujjuko by'okkuza olunaku lwa bulungi bwansi mu Buganda. Mbaniriza nnyo ku NTV akawungeeza eddakiika ebulemu yokka okwera essaawa emuze Farida Nakazibe ku lunaku luno olwokubiri ennaku z'omwezi ziri 6 omwezi ogw'okkomezeramu okubaaniriza nate n'olwaleero tutandise na byabufuzi anti bye bikuta kati ennaku zino okukakasa anakwatira ekibiina ekifuzi ki NRM bendera mu kulonda okujja kwa kubawo nga 3 omwezi ogujja. Tabamiruka wa NRM wakutandika nga 3 omwezi guno gwennyini ogwa October akutuusa nga 3 November. Abakulu mu ggwandisizo lya NRM balangiridde ng'abaminisita bagenda okwetaba mu kamyufu bwe bagaaniddwa okukozesa motoka za gavumenti era ng'ekiragiro ekyo kitandika okukola olunaku olw'enkya.
Baminisita bagenda okuvuganya mu kamyufu ka NRM balina okwesalira amagezi kubanga okukozesa motoka za gavumenti kukomye.
That effective tomorrow, no minister will be allowed to use government vehicles in campaigns.
Amateeka amalala amakakali agateereddwa ku beesimbyewo era nga gayinza okuviirako avuganya okugobwa singa agazimuula mwe muli okuba nti tebakkirizibwa kwenyingira mu mikolo gyonna gya kusonda nsimbi era nga balina okugoberera awatali kusobyamu amateeka gonna akwatagana n'ebyokulonda kw'ekibiina. Tango Doyi ngono yavunaanyizibwa ku byokulonda mu kibiina akkiriza nti waliwo emivuyo mu alijesta y'ekibiina nga giviiddeko n'ebitundu ebimu abantu okweggunga. Kyokka n'agamba nti gino gigenda kugonjoolwa.
There is no perfect register in this world. I know we have trouble with ours, but if you ask for other parties, they may not even have. Ours may be at 90%. And that perfection is what we want to do in the remaining days before the primaries.
Waliwo n'ebitundu ebimu gye balabudde abeesimbyewo nti singa tebeegendereza bagoba mu lwokaano. Muno mulimu Lamu, Kanungu, Mukono ne Bushenyi.
Buyaga West, where Honorable Tika Simire and Honorable Namara are already putting the country at stake. I want to warn them as Chairman Electoral Commission that we have powers to stop election and organize another election if people are around it.
Kwokuvuganya mu kamyufu k'ekibiina okuli ababaka ba Parliament, bameera municipal, Lord Mayor w'ekibuga Kampala ne basentebe ba LC5 kwakubawo nga 26 omwezi guno. Abakungu ku ggwandiiso lya NRM era bategeezezza kitamiruka w'ekibiina wakubawo okuva nga 3 omwezi guno okutuuka nga 3 omwezi ogujja era nga ku Lwesatu kwe kunaalonderwa n'akwatira ekibiina bendera mu kulonda okujja.
After the delegates conference, we shall have the nomination of our presidential candidate, which will take place on the 3rd of November at 10 a.m.
Ekibiina kitegeezza nga bwe kitagenda kugumiikiriza busibufu bwa mpisa bwonna nga baanukudde ne Minisita Aida Nantaba eyavaayo n'ategeeza nga bagenda okwesimbawo kuba namunigina.
We have lost bigger people than her. The party did not what? A former Secretary General of the party came here, you were here, and said, I cannot do what you want. He went away. Did the NRM close? It is a stronger instead. And it is more organized.
Olunaku lw'enkya ekibiina kya NRM lwe kigenda okufulumya olukalala lw'abo abagobeddwa mu lwokaano olw'ebiwandiiko ssaako ensonga endala ezitali zimu.
NTV akawungeezi kwokyali bwe tweyongerayo wadde Uganda emanyiddwa nga eggwanga erimiriddewo ennyo ku bulimi kizuuliddwa nti abantu obukadde 10 tebakkuta mmere. Kino okusinga kyesigamiziddwa ku nkola za gavumenti ezitayamba abantu ba bulijjo kwenyigira bulungi mu bulimi. Kuno kw'ossa n'embeera y'obudde ekyukakyuka buli kiseera. Ebitongole by'ensi yonna ebivunaanyizibwa ku mmere bye bifulumizza alipoota erambise bino.
Bano be bamu ku bantu abali obubi olw'enjala mu bitundu by'e Karamoja olw'ebbula ly'emmere. Abantu 14 be bafudde enjala mu bitundu by'e Moroto mu myezi 2 egiyise. Abakulu okuva mu Ministerial y'ebyobulimi kino okusinga bakyadde ku kyeya ekiyitiridde mu bitundu ebitali bimu.
Waliwo ebitundu ebimu ng'ebirime tebidda.
Kyokka bo bannakyewa baagala wateekebwewo enkola erabula abantu ku mbeera ng'eno obutakosa nnyo bantu gye bujja.
Kye tugezaako okukola kwe kufuna engeri gye tubalabulamu ku kyeya ng'obudde bukyali.
Wadde amawanga 72 ge gagezezaako okutuukiriza ebigendererwa by'ekyasa omuli okukendeeza ebbula ly'emmere ebitundu kumpi 5 ku 100. Abakulira ekitongole ky'ensi yonna eky'emmere bagamba nti embeera ekyali mbi.
The actual number of hungry and poor remain high.
Omuwendo gw'abaavu n'abafa enjala gweyongedde nga mu Uganda bali obukadde 10.
10 million people being underfed.
Kyo ekitongole kya Bungereza ekya Oxfam kigamba nti gavumenti erina okusoosowaza ebyetaago by'abantu naddala emmere mu bitundu nga Karamoja.
Livestock insurance initiatives as one way.
Kati nga mu bitundu ebirunzi ensolo zisaanye okukuumibwa obulungi.
Kyokka gavumenti egamba nti enkola zaayo zigendererwamu kutumbula bya bulimi.
Twebale nnyo Irene Namyala wennyini wetwagala osinziira okubaganya ebirowoozo yatubuuza olowooza kiki ekiviiriddeko abantu obutaba na mmere emala. Olowooza kiki ekiviiriddeko abantu obutaba na mmere ebamala. Endowooza yo nga bulijjo genda ku peji yaffe ya Facebook NTV Uganda giteeka okwo ezimu ku zo tube nga tuzitunulamu. Ate batweyongerayo abayizi mu ttendekero ekyambogo bakedde kwegugunga nga bagamba nti embeera gye basomeramu mbi ddala. Banokoddeyo ensonga nga kabuyonjo n'obutaba na ntebe zimala ng'ebimu ku bizibu bye balina. Poliisi ewaliriziddwa okuba omukka ogubalagala n'amasasi mu bbanga okubagumbulula so nga waliwo n'abakwatiddwa.
Ku ssaawa nga 3 ez'okumakya abayizi ku ttendekero ly'ekyambogo baadde batandise okuwaga. Bano ekibajje mu mbeera y'embeera gye balimu ku yunivasite gye bagamba nti tesaana baana basoma.
Ezisinga obunzu ekyafu results zaffe zirowofuluma tusasula sente nyingi. Tetulina ntebe mu yunivasite, corruption y'amaanyi, tetulina security lights. Yunivasite we butuuka ekiro yonna ekwata enzikiza, pipelines zonna ziri blocked. Services abaana basula mu ziholo tebabayonjera, wonna wakyafu bali emmere mbi.
Poliisi eyiriddwa ku ttendekero lino okwaŋŋanga abayizi. Kinajjukira nti olunaku lw'eggulo abayizi ku yunivasite y'e Makerere nabo babadde mu kwekalakaasa. Abamu abadde batandikiddewo okusiiwuuka empisa, poliisi etandise okugobagana nabo. Abayizi ate abamu batuuse n'okulinnya emmotoka za poliisi mu ngeri gy'oyinza okuyita ey'okukyokooza. Nga bwetera okubeera enkola yaabwe badduse nga boolekera ekitundu ky'ebbanda gye bazibidde amakubo nga bateekamu emisanvu. Abamu bookyezza ebintu mu makubo okuziyiza abantu okuyitamu. Poliisi ewaliriziddwa okuba amasasi mu bbanga okusobola okuziyiza abayizi okwonoona ebintu by'abantu. Kyokka ku luno abantu mu bitundu by'ebbanda naddala aba bodaboda basazeewo okukwata emiggo ne bayambako poliisi okugoba abayizi bano.
Bali kwonoona ebintu byaffe ku katemba twabakoowa bookya yunivasite yaabwe.
Abamu bagamba nti kikyamu abayizi bano okuva mu yunivasite eri ebizibu byabwe ne balumba abantu abeekolera egyabwe. Yo poliisi egamba nti wadde embeera y'obuyonjo si nnungi kino wabula tekisaana kuviirako bayizi kweyisa bubi.
Kituufu twatuuse ne tukola kye tuyita fact finding mission naye ne tufuna nti kituufu ensonga ky'obuyonjo mbi ddala maddala ku matoilets.
Kaabuyonjo ddala ziri mu mbeera mbi era nga poliisi egamba nti kino kirina okulongoosebwa. waliwo abayizi abakwatiddwa olw'okukola effujjo bwe batyo ne batwalibwa ku poliisi y'Ekyambogo. Abakulu ya yunivasite bagamba nti ddala waliwo obuzibu naye nga bali mu bukolako.
Eky'omukisa omubi twasanze nti twayingiza abaana bangi ate mu kubalirira mu ntebe ze twali tuguze zibulamukko entebe nga 10.
Okwekalakaasa Ekyambogo kubadde kukendeddemu bwogerageranya nga bwe kyali mu myaka egiyise.
NTV Akawungezi police eri mu kubuuliriza ku musango ogulimu okutulugunya abantu emirundi ebiri. Omukyala Anet Adiambo nga wa myaka 27 agamba ali lubuto kyokka nga yatulugunyizibwa omu ku bakama be bwe yamukubasaako okumusindika n'agwa wansi. Kyokka ate okusinziira ku police, Odiambo y'omu yawawaabira omusajja omulala enzaalwa ya Buyindi ku musango gwe gumu. Bino kigambibwa nti byaliwo ku Lwokuna olwa Ssabbiiti Ssabbiiti ewedde Entinda.
Nze nali fuluma omusajja nasindika bwati ku mulyango ku luggi nanyigirisako nnyo. Nze nendaba nga sirina w'okuyitira nesooka nenyimbirira saayogera kigambo kyonna era nenziramu neŋŋamba kamuyiteko. Omusajja n'addamu nasindika ku luggi.
Eyo y'emboozi ya Anet Adiambo ow'emyaka 27 ekwata ku ngeri gy'agamba nti yatulugunyizibwamu omu ku bakama be nga Muyindi. Omuyindi ono tusobodde okutegerako erinnya lye limu erya Jesse. Adiambo akola gwa kufumba mmere ku kampuni eyitibwa Uganda Joinery ng'eno yabyakubajja era ng'esangibwa Ntinda.
Nankuba wano singo n'engwa nagwa bwenti nesirika dakika nga 15.
Agamba nti ali lubuto lwa myezi 3 era nga mu kiseera kino nti obulumi bwayitamu tebugambika. Omusango gwagamba nti yagulopa ku poliisi y'Entinda kyokka we tutuuseeyo tutegeezeddwa nga Omuyindi Jesse agambibwa okukuba omukyalo ono nga bwe yeesooka okutwalayo omusango ku poliisi emu nga nagwo gwakutulugunyizibwa.
We give you police form 3 for medical examination. You go to a police surgeon. And that's exactly what we did for them. Muhindi man. Little did we know that there was somebody who is suffering down there. The lady goes up here. That's why I've come with this book. I'm telling you, it takes time.
Can we take immediate action now?
Listen.
Because taking it very simple, we are just going to order just immediate action there.
They are assuring us that the file is coming back from the DPPC office. So we are waiting for the file.
Y'omuyindi asongeddwamu olunwe tetusobodde kumufuna kubanga etuviidde ku poliisi abadde tannalabikako kyokka nga poliisi egamba nti yamaze dda okufuna obujulizi obumala okuva ku bantu bombi era ng'ekisigalidde kwe kufuna okuwabula okuva ewa Ssaabawabi wa gavumenti.
Bwe tweyongerayo omwoyo gw'omugenzi abadde minisita w'eggwanga avunaanyizibwa ku makolero Dr. James Mutende gusabiddwa ku kkanisa ya All Saints Nakasero. Ssaabaminisita Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda bw'abadde asoma alipoota y'omugenzi ategeezezza nga minisita Mutende bw'abadde n'ekizibu ku mawuggwe ne ku Kibumba. Amyuka sipiika wa Parliament Jacob Olanya asabye ababaka ba Parliament abalala okulabira ku bukkakkamu bw'abadde minisita James Mutende.
Investment Authority and be fast.
I had a wonderful time when I married them in the Mutende family because then my mother-in-law was still alive. She was a banker, and my father-in-law, he was a retired town clerk. And the doctor had brothers and sisters and relatives. And I have deep friends in that family that understand me well and we get on. But there are also those who don't understand me, and it's okay.
He had a strong Lugiso accent that most of the time let him down, and many Bagiso have this problem. For us from the north, we have very little of this, except when we choose to say, instead of yes, we say yech. The report I got
after the post-mortem, which was done 2 days ago, was that our comrade Mutende had problems in his liver and also in his lungs.
He had a vision of seeing Uganda industrialize and move first to another level of development.
NTV akawungezi omwoyo gw'omugenzi mukama gumuze mirembe. Empologoma ensajja empya Uganda gye yaleeta okusikira AFI yali emanyiddwa nga Kibonge mu Uganda Wildlife Education Center ekwasiddwa obusika buno mu butongole. Letaba nga ly'erinnya eryagituumibwa omulundi ogusookedde ddala yeetabye n'empologoma endala ezimaze kumpi omwaka mulamba nga tezirina nsajja. Solomon Kawesa yabadde ku mukolo guno ogubadde eri Entebbe.
Ng'empologoma ensajja eyayitibwanga Kibonge emaliddwako ettaka mu Desemba wa 2014 ng'eweze egy'obukulu 18 omuyiggo gw'okufuna omusika we gwatandika. Mu April w'omwaka guno South Africa yajuna Uganda Wildlife Education Center n'egitonera empologoma Litaba ng'eweze emyaka 6 okumala emyezi 4. Eno ebadde ekuumibwa yokka nga yeetegerezebwa wamu n'okusomesebwa empisa za kuno esobole okubeera ne banne.
Bwanga omuwadde ekitiibwa kye ng'omuwadde respect naye ajja kuwa respect ntaani. Ate ekirala kye twakoze kwe kugezaako kuteekawo omukwano ffe abamulabirira bakeepers naye yennyini ne twagala n'abakyala be ne tubaleeta mpola mpola omu ku omu.
Olwaleero omulimu abakugu gwe babaddeko basazeewo okugezesa ebibala byagwo nga bagatta Litaba n'empologoma enkazi endala 3. Mu kusooka tebigenze bulungi era enkazi esoose yeevuddeyo teyeesiikidde kawande. Wabula bwe zigguliddwa okufuluma gye zisiiba, Litaba era atutte akaseera okuvaayo. Ono bw'atuuse asoose kufeffetta kafo konna okukakasa nga tewali mulabe oba akatego konna ke bamusuddemu. Ebbali watera okubaayo empisi era zinaakitegeereddewo nti be balaba abagenda okubuzaako bakazi b'emirembe. Afunye akafo wagumba okutuusa abakyala bonna bwe balidde ennyama ne babwegera, oluvannyuma naye n'alyoka akomba kantu. Olw'okubanga empologoma mu Uganda zisigadde ntono, abakulu wano batandise omuyiggo gwa bukadde bwa siringi 200 okuzimba ekifo we zinaazaalira obulungi olwo abaana bwe bakula babatwale ku ttale okwongera ku muwendo gw'ezo eziriyo.
Omukolo gutandise olwaleero ogw'okusonda ensimbi ezo nkubiriza bannayuganda bajje batwegatteko.
Okusinziira ku bakugu mu by'ensolo, Uganda tekyaweza mpologoma 5. Solomon Kawesa, NTV akawungezi.
Abalenya Solomon Kawesa tukyali ku bintu bya mpologoma. Olwaleero Ssaabasajja Ronald Mwenda Mutebi okubiri asiimye okulambula essaza lye ery'Ebusiro ng'eno ye wagenda okubeera emikolo emitongole egya bulungibwansi. Ssaabasajja aguddewo mayiro ya bulungibwansi saako okusimba emiti. Omutanda akuutidde abazadde okusomesa abaana ebirungi ebiri mu bulungibwansi kubanga egyo gy'emigigi egy'enkya.
Ntebe awuumye ng'empologoma ya Buganda Ssaabasajja Kabaka Ronald Mwenda Mutebi owookubiri asiimye okulambula ekitundu kino. Ku ssaawa 5 ez'okumakya Omutanda atuuse Katabi awali akagolomolo oba omuggo ogugatta eggombolola y'e Katabi ku Yesisa era n'aguggulawo. Oluvannyuma ayogeddeko eri abantu babadde bakuŋŋaanidde wano era n'abategeeza nti Buganda obugunjufu bweriko busibuka ku nkola eno eya bulungibwansi.
Emirimu gya bulungibwansi, emirimu egyo biri mikulu nnyo kubanga tusobola kubyeyambisa okuyambira ddala abantu baffe n'okubajja mu bwavu.
Kabaka era akuutidde abantu b'okuyigiriza abaana amakulu agali mu bulungibwansi olwo Buganda esobole okweyongera okutinta.
Abateekateeka emikono egyo okugezaako okulaba nti boogera n'abaana abato okubawaliriza okwenyigira mu nteekateeka ezo.
Oluvannyuma yeeyongeddeyo okusisinkana abaana b'amasomero ababadde bakuŋŋaanidde mu kibangirizi kya Botanic Entebbe era n'atuma Katikkiro amutuusiza obubaka bwe.
Era Ssaabasajja atukuutira bulungi bwansi tumusomesa abaana banaagenda okukula ng'obwetaavu obw'okukuuma ensi yaffe nga babutegedde bulungi.
Bw'avudde wano n'atuukako Nakiwogo era naye abaayo ne bamusanyusaamu. Bannabyabufuzi b'ekitundu kino okuli Matiya Lwanga ssentebe wa Wakiso, Hajji Abudu Kiyimba ssentebe w'Ensangi, Kayanja Dipo ssentebe w'Entebbe ne Jebbi bali ku ddembe omubaka w'ekitundu kino beebaaniriza Ssaabasajja mu ssaza ly'e Busiro. Olunaku lw'enkya Ssaabasajja wakwongera okulambula ebitundu bya Busiro mu disitulikiti y'e Wakiso. Dini Lubowa Sava, NTV Akawungeezi.
Owangale aye Ssaabasajja NTV Akawungeezi kyagenda maaso dakika 20 eziyise ku ssaawa mukatuumule mukatono nnyo tukomawo n'ekitundu ekyokubiri saako endowooza zammwe ku kibuuzo kiri kitwabuuziza mu kusooka. Temuvaawo. Mutetenkanya obulamu tukuletedde Aisha Bahati omuzibe yagaana okwekubagiza kati asiba nviiri. Ate mu nsi n'ebyowuunyisa baba n'abantu abafumbira ennyama mu mabanda tobasubwa.
Olugero lwa leero lukutuusibwako Movit okwekakasa ku lunaku lwonna.
Ennungu enkaliriza ekisa tewona. Ennungu y'ensalika oba ebbwa wansi w'ekigere. Edda okuwonya ennungu baagikaliriranga ku muliro omulwadde n'awulira obulumi bungi obw'omuliro. Olugero luno lutulaga nti okujja mu bantu emise eminene oluusi kyetaagisa okubabonereza ennyo awatali kubasaasira.
Okwekakasa ku lunaku lwonna. Rock Boom Energy Drink. Feel the positive energy.
You know, Blue Band helps my child grow. That's why I never miss a slice.
Every slice spread with Blue Band is an opportunity for your child to grow.
Spread every slice, Mom.
Buy Blue Band today and take the Blue Band High Five School Challenge.
Bwetuba tutuyana mu bulamu bw'ensi eno emirundi egisinga twerabira n'okusiriikiriramu akatono okusiima olw'ekyo kye tuli. Twerabira nti ekintu ggwe ky'olabanga ekitono kikyasobola okukyusa obulamu bw'omuntu ate lubeerera singa obadde n'omukisa okukyusa obulamu bw'omuntu leero osobola okukikola.
Agala otubuulire olugendo lwo.
Oba olina omuntu gw'omanyi mu kitundu kyo eyeewaayo okukyusa obulamu bw'abalala,
tuwandikire ebbaluwa gisse ku maduuka ga Airtel gonna okwetooloola eggwanga lyonna, oba tuweereze email ku wecan@ug.airtel.com.
Growing up, sticks were my toys. My parents couldn't spend much money on me. Not a cent was spent on fancy presents. Yet, when I have children,
I'll make the same choices for them. To shine in the future, make the right choices today.
Kiwi, the right choice in shoe polish. Made with Kanuba wax.
Kiki ky'olowooza ne Samona?
Katundu kaki ky'olowooza tukwaniriza nnyo mu kitundu kyaffe ekyokubiri ekya NTV akawungeezi. Twakubuuzizza ky'olowooza ekibiriddeko abantu obutaba na mmere ebamala endowooza. Mpitirivu Makanga Boni agamba wama NTV mumbuulire abakozi bammwe. Okay, avudde ku mulamwa Boni. Sendagire Roni Subi agamba abantu abasinga ebitundu nga 75 ku buli 100 badduse mu byalo ne beeyuna ebibuga ng'ate tebalinayo mirimu gye bakola ekyo kikendeezezza emmere erimu mu byalo ntono ereetebwa mu bibuga abaje okay ebategulikako naddala ngo oli talina mulimu gwakola. Webale nnyo Sendagira ate katulabe Kags Geoffrey n'abeeta agamba obuzibu buli ku bantu abamu abalina ettaka eddene nga tewali kye balikolerako ate nga tebakkiriza kulitunda oba wadde okulyazika abalala balimireko. Mwebale nnyo kuweereza ba NTV. Webale nnyo mukulu Geoffrey. Ate Mola Nicholas kituufu obwavu mu Uganda bungi nnyo kubanga ffe abalima emmere tukozesa ssente nnyingi ne tufuna kitono n'olw'ensonga eyo ne tusalawo ogitunda yonna ne tutafisaako kyakulya. Weewaawo. Katende Charles Peters agamba abantu b'omulembe guno beerabidde nti okulima kwe kuyimirizaawo Uganda tebaagala kulima badda mu kibuga. Kansembeyo Abe Kes agamba gavumenti ebyobulimi tebisizza ku mwanjo ate nga biyimirizaawo abantu bangi. Mwebale nnyo endowooza zammwe tusiima nnyo buli omwanukula ebimu ku bibuuzo ebyo kiraga nti ddala TV eno mugirabira ddala tusiima bwongerwa kabadde akatundu aka kiki ky'olowooza.
Samona Hair Relaxer ne Samona Hair Food asangibwa wonna. Jukira endabika yo kyekitiibwa kyo.
Bwe tweyongerayo wadde ebyenjigiriza bikyali mu mbeera mbi ddala mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebitali bimu waliwo abasomesa abeesowoddeyo okubaako kye bakola mu mbeera eno okulaga nti abaana b'eggwanga basoma. Sohayo Mugabi abaddeko mu bitundu by'e Busia ng'atunuulira amasomero gaayo katuwe ebisengawo.
District ya Busia esangibwa ku nsalo ya Uganda ne Kenya ng'erina amasomero ga primary 124 magombolola 10. Erimu ku masomero gano ye Madibira Primary School nga gatandikibwawo mu 1907 ku musingi gw'Obusiraamu. Madibira essomero erisinga abaana abangi mu municipal ya Busia nga bali eyo mu 2000 kyokka nga lirina ekizibu ky'abasomesa abatamala bulungi.
The teachers are not enough.
Abasomesa ba gavumenti tulina 41 ate nga 19 abazadde be babasasula.
To help us in the teaching process. These are paid by the parents, PTA.
Kyokka wadde ng'ekizibu kino weekiri abasomesa batenkanya okuziba ekituli kino okusobozesa abayizi okusoma. Kino kiriko ekibatuusizza nga bakolaganira wamu n'abazadde era ng'abaana bayita bulungi.
We've been doing well. For example, last year we got 30.
Tubadde tukola bulungi. Omwaka oguwedde twafuna 37 mu ddaala erisooka. Ate mu 2013 twafuna 35 mu ddaala erisooka.
And most of our children pass in division 2.
Government ensimbi zeewa essomero lino ntono nnyo so ng'ebitabo nabyo weebityo. Embeera eno wabula abasomesa baagaana okugyekubagirizaamu nga kye baliko kyakutwala ssomero mu maaso. Essomero eddala ekkadde ennyo mu kitundu kino liri Adaban Girls Primary School nga lino lyatandikibwawo mu 1996 okuyamba abaana abawala wadde nga kati n'abalenzi bakkirizibwa. Wadde nga lirina okusomozebwa kumpi kwe kumu abakulira baliko kye bakoze okulitwala mu maaso.
But our parents here have understood. Actually, that's why the performance is improving.
abazadde baffe batuwagidde nnyo nga bafunira abaana ak'okulya.
We sensitize them on the value of feeding the children.
Abasomesa nabo bayiyiza engeri gye babeerawo okkalambirira ku mulimu gwabwe.
In this school as teachers, we grow our own crops, whereby we don't have a problem.
Ffe nga abasomesa emmere gye tulya wano tugyerimira.
Once teachers arrive in the morning, nobody will start moving out to look for breakfast or to look for lunch.
With the time and the cooperation with the parents, we began picking up slowly by slowly. Where we are now, okay, we cannot say we are at 100%, but at least we are somewhere.
Mu kaseera kano amasomero mu Busia gagenda mu maaso n'okutetenkanya n'ensimbi entonotono gavumenti zeebawanga kwotadde n'abasomesa abatono mu kitundu. Suhail Mugabi, NTV Akawungezi.
Webale nnyo era kulikirayo ddala munnaffe Suhail Mugabe. Ate bwe tweyongerayo abalokole abasabira mu kkanisa eyitibwa Deliverance Life Church of God esangibwa ekyetume mu gombola y'e Ssekanyonyi Emityana bavudde mu mbeera ne batwala omusumba waabwe mu mbuga z'amateeka ku bigambibwa nti yabaleetera ebyokoola ebibamaliddewo abantu gye biggweredde nga ye n'omuyambi we bagobeddwa ku kitundu.
Nadi Kasibante ne munne Wilberforce Kabali be bagambibwa okuleeta abatuuze be bayise ebyokoola ku kitundu. Bano okutuuka okuleetebwa mu mbuga z'amateeka kiddiridde abantu abawerako okujja nga bafa. Abatuuze batubuulidde nti batambudde ku basawo b'ekinnansi abawerako nga babalagula omuntu y'omu kyokka engeri gy'ali nti pasita nga si kyangu kyakukkiriza.
Kakati nembuuza nti mayembe oba majini byone bigamba nti ffe tuli mayembe tetuli majini naye tubanja abaana baffe batusuubiza tubaagala tumale okulya tuyoke tutandika abantu 10 bonna tunamala obalya abawiriba n'abanaadi awo tuyoke tutandika obbawo obugagga.
Bagamba nti olumbe lwamaze kukwata mwana we yennyini eyayogedde buli kimu.
Nze njogeza mazima obwedda bwe kiŋŋamba kyaŋŋambye omuye mutwe omukulu bwe kiriko kasa kimusala nga ne Luwesi kimusala kaakati n'abooli naye afiirwa aba babiri kati awo kiryoke kitandika ab'ekyalo abantu 10.
Kasibante ne munne batuuziddwa mu lukiiko lw'ekyalo ne bakkiriza ebiboogerwako wadde nga basoose kwegaana.
Ero ddagala lyakukuuma waka teri jembe
ate biki ebiruma omwana we?
Ebiruma omwana bagamba naye
baleese omusawo w'ekinnansi ng'onaasimuddeyo eddagala lya mirundi mingi mu bifo eby'enjawulo gye lyali lyasimbibwa.
Abasabyeko ku nseera kiki ekiri mu
abantu batyabya enkumangumangu ne babyokya. Abatuuze basizza kimunga nkuyege era bano ne bategeezebwa nga babasanya okubaviira banoonye ekibanja ewalala.
Bibadde Mityana. Ate bwe tugendako mu Busoga waliwo enkola empya ey'okwokyamu amanda yeetaniddwa ennyo abantu mu disitulikiti y'e Kamuli mu gombola y'e Balawoli egambibwa okuba nti nnyangu nnyo ate nga terina bulabe ku butonde bwansi. Bano batema emiti gye beesimbira olwo ne bapanga ekyokero mu ngeri y'enjawulo era bw'oba teweetegereza nnyo oyinza okugiyita ennyumba.
Abooki b'amanda mu disitulikiti y'e Kamuli emu ku disitulikiti egambibwa okuba nga gye basinga okwokya amanda mu Uganda kati basanyufu olw'enkola empya gye bagamba nti nnungi ate nga teyonoona butonde bwansi. Batubuulidde nti beesimbira emiti egikula amangu olwo ne batandika okugitemamu amanda nga bayambibwako mu kugumu by'obutonde. Dr. Samuel Bagabo waliwo n'ebipimo ebikolebwa ku miti egiteekebwa mu kyokero okusobola okufuna amanda amalungi.
Now, if we make investment more profitable, it means people will be able to plant trees and turn those trees into charcoal very profitably, sometimes even better than many crops that are known by people.
Kutunda mwene nga bw'obalaata era esente toyenda de bakuwa kuba tigameneka ate woba otakula tofuna musuuda tigavaamu eno luleruuka lukunyokerera ino n'okolola lwakalakizo.
Okusinziira ku Dr. Bagabo, enkola eno bannayuganda basanye okujettanira olw'enfuna yaayo ate nga nnyangu so nga terina bulabe eri obutonde bw'ensi.
I pray that people get interested and that people work with their decision makers and the politicians to ensure that these technologies are availed to them.
Wano gavumenti esabiddwa okuyambako bannansi okujjumbira enkola eno ng'erimu ku kkubo eriyinza okuyambako okukendeeza okwonoona obutonde bw'ensi. Dr. Bagabo agamba nti enkola eno ekozesebwa nnyo mu mawanga nga United Kingdom.
NTV akawungezi tukyagenda mu maaso eddakiika ziri 34 eziise ku ssaawa emu. Tukyalina ekitundu ekyokusatu n'ekyokuna n'olwekyo totawaana kusagaasagana.
When we say our promise to support you will never change, we mean that we will be there with you when it all starts. There with you as you see them through school. With you when you first ignite your dream car. There to encourage you through your investments. There with you to experience the joy of buying your own home. There to reassure you when you retire. We will be there with you in all your life's changing moments. At ICA Group, we believe in promises that last a lifetime. That is why our insurance, pensions, and investment solutions are tailored to support you through life's changing moments.
Fun time. Fun all the time.
Kampani ya Samona Products Uganda Limited abayiya era abatandisi b'okukola ebizigo bya habo mu Uganda era abawanguzi ba awards oba emidaali egy'enjawulo olw'omutindo ogwawagulu ennyo gwe bakolerako ebizigo byabwe bayita bannayuganda mwenna okujja okujaguliza awamu ameefuga erugogo mu mwoleso ku midaala gya Samona okuva ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 okutuuka ng'ennaku z'omwezi 11 Oktoba omwaka 2015. Mujje tubakola enviiri ku bwereere mu saluuni zaffe ezirimu abakugu mu by'enviiri ate abasuubuzi n'abasaluuni mujje mwesuubulira ebizigo ku layisi. Buli anajja ku mudaala gwa Samona ajja kuddayo n'ekirabo. Mwebale nnyo okutuwagira obutakoowa era tusuubiza okukuuma omutindo gwaffe.
See that? That's the sight of over 60,000 fans watching a Barclays Premier League match live in the UK. Want to be there? Simply switch your salary to Barclays and you could win. Switch to better and prosper with Barclays.
Ekiseera ky'omwaka nga kino kinzubuwalira nga Thomas addayo mu kisulo. Nina okumuwa buli kye yeetaaga. Kinkakatako alabirirwe wadde siriiyo kumulabirira. Thomas, weetegese! Bannange Thomas, nina kye neerabidde okuwa. Bulijjo musibira Chapa Nyota ye sabbuuni gwe neesiga ate nga mmukozesa buli lunaku. Bw'atyo awulirira ddala ng'ali eka buli w'agenda.
Chapa Nyota, sabbuuni asookerwako buli maama.
Okola kyatendo kwekumira ku NTV. Katutandike ne Aisha Bahati eyaziba amaaso ku myaka 8 ensi ye agamba yakwata ekizikiza naggwamu essuubi eryokuba kye yali aluubirira okubeera mu bulamu nga yali ayagala kukola ku TV. Wabula ab'enganda bakola kinene nnyo okumugumya nti yasobola okumalako mu bulamu. Bamuyigiriza okusiba enviiri mpola mpola ng'atandikira ku ddole. olwaleero eyatandika ng'asiba ddole asiba nviiri z'abakyala okweyimirizaawo yabaddeko mu mboozi ey'enjawulo ne Gertrude Tumusime witwale mu katundu kafa ka tetenkanya obulamu.
Saluuni eno esangibwa ensambya Kevina erimu ekyenjawulo abatuuze bangi kye batamanyi. Wano Aisha Bahati ow'emyaka 2 waakakalabiza emirimu gye ne mukulu we Sumini Nannyonjo. Bahati wabula si ye mukozi w'enviiri owa bulijjo gw'omanyi oba gw'oyinza okulowoozaako. Okwawukanako n'abalala ye Bahati talaba.
Obusobozi obukola enviiri nga tolaba obujjawa.
Nze kyemmanyi buli kimu kisoboka singa obeera n'okwagala.
Omukyalo ono amaaso gazibanga wa myaka 8 oluvannyuma lw'okulwala omusujja. Agamba abasawo bagezaako ne birema n'ebyokusoma awo we byakoma.
Bangulira ddole eyali ennyambako kale obuteebo wawaka. So kati nga njisiba obututwa, njisiba ebiswayiri, nga ngenda njigira okwo mpolampola.
Okuyigiriza omuntu atalaba okukola omulimu ogw'omukono mulimu mukalubu eri ayigiriza naye ate okusingawo eri ayiga. Ne Bahati bw'ati agamba yakaluubirirwamu.
Okukakasibwa nga kiva eri maama wange ne ba brother bange ba sister buli omu nga ngamba osobola. Nga bwe nkwata kunviriza mami wange nga anyumye nga ngamba naawe osobola okusiba omwana wo oli ddole nga ngamba nsobola ntya. Nti naawe oli muntu nga ffeera osobola okikola. Gezaako olabe.
Mukulu wa Bahati Sumini bwe yamala okusoma yeeyongera okusomesa muto ono mu ttendekero gye yali asomesa n'akugambya enviiri n'afuna ne certificate.
Ng'abantu abasinga bwe ngendayo okusaba emirimu bagaana bagamba bakasoma tebajja kukkiriza.
Oluvannyuma Sumini yatandikawo saluuni eno era n'aleeta Bahati bakole wamu.
Mukozi nnyo, mukozi ate ali lovely, bakasoma bange abankuumira n'okusinga nze. Amanyi okukwata kasitoma n'okusinga nze.
Olwaleero omukyalo ono yekkiririzaamu nti newankubadde nga talaba talina kyatasobola kukola mu kisaawe ky'ebyenviiri.
Nsobola okusiba penso, nsobola okusiba twist, nsobola okusiba weave mu bika ebyenjawulo zonna.
Nange nfunye omukisa Bahati okukola ku nviiri zange.
Naye omutwe gwange omanyi otya mbu eno sitayiro yenaagunyumira.
Singa mba ngukwata mba ngufiiringa. Kyankaluubirizanga olulinga n'akatandika kubanga simanyi kubala muno bwe batye. Naye kati singa mba nkwata bwe batye mba mmanya nti ekyenyi kyono kinyumira paafu kinyumira bwe biti nendyoka nkustayiringa. So singa oba tokyagadde osobola okiŋŋamba.
Okuyiga okusiba dread nga zino ezange lyerimu ku ssanyu lya Bahati mu mulimu guno.
Alina kurasanyo nnyo kuba nali sisuubira nga manyi nze siraba. Kati ngenda kuwatanga nti empiso nga njifulumya no bwe njiyingiza ng'ekyo manyi tekisoboka.
Emyaka giweze 6 nga Bahati akola enviiri ng'omulimu okweyimirizaawo. Ekyewuunyisa wabula ne bakasitoma be tebamanyi nti talaba.
Bankolako enviiri buli sitayiro kyemba njagala naye nga sikirealizingako nti nno talaba. Kineewuunyisizza nnyo. I was so surprised okumanya nti natalaba.
Buzibu bw'ensanga bwakunyonyola kasitoma singa batafunye muntu wamukakasa nti nali musibyeko oba nga ndabye nga nsiba aba muzibu nnyo okunyonyola nti nsobola.
Mu kukola omulimu guno agamba teyeenyumirizaamu kufuna nsimbi kyokka.
Nfunyemu okwekkiririzaamu ku bimu ku birooto byange. Manyi ssaawa yonna era nja kufuuka ekyo kye njagala kubeera omukyalo w'amaanyi.
Eri abantu abamu abalala abaliko obulemu omuwala ono agamba tebasaana kuggwaamu ssuubi.
Especially abawala nobeerako nekyokola kuba abantu abaliko obulemu abasajja basinga baagala nnyo tukozesa. Naakufunisa olubuto naakulekaawo naye oba olina kyomanyi katugeze ng'enviiri osobola okulabirira omwana wo ono gw'aba akulekedde.
Gertrude Tumusime Witkware, NTV.
Webale nnyo Gertrude naawe Bahati tukwagaliza buwanguzi otuuke ku ekyo ddala ky'olubirira. Ate mu nsi n'ebyowuunyisa katukutwaleko ebuyindi abantu gye bafumbira ennyama mu mabanda ddala kyewuunyisa.
Ensi eno Katonda yagitonda mu ngeri ya njawulo. Buli ggwanga liwo obuwangwa obw'enjawulo nga ne bwe kityo waliwo ebintu bingi ebitwawula mu ggwanga lya Buyindi mu kitundu ekitwa Pradesh gye tusanze bafumbira ennyama mu mabanda. Abantu abeetanira enkola eno babayita bapatani. Ebbanda erikuza obulungi baliteekamu omuwolenge ne bateekamu ennyama ndala ey'ente oba eyamutamuza ddembe ne bazibikira oludda olumu. Amabanda gano oluvannyuma gateekebwa okumpi n'omuliro okutuusa ennyama lwejja kyokka nga mubeeramu akawoowo era ng'olya naawe ne weenuguuna. Ekiseera bwe kituuka ng'ennyama eyidde bano bagijjamu ne batandika okulya. Amabanda mu kitundu kino bagatwala nga kya mugaso nnyo era tomala gagazannyirako ng'ogamenya nga bwe kiri mu bitundu ebimu. Buli famire esimba amabanda awaka ng'etteeka mu kitundu kino ekya Pradesh. Ng'oggyeko okufumba amabanda bagakozesa mu kulya nga bw'olaba ebijiiko oba fooko ssaako okukola ebibbo n'okuzimba amayumba. Emu ku nsonga lwaki bano balemedde ku nkola eno kwe kukuuma obutonde bw'ensi.
NTV akawungeezi kyagenda maaso nateeka tudde mutuwummule mu katono nnyo bwe tukomawo ogenda kulaba Moses Golola nate bw'ali mu kwepikira omuntu gw'agenda okuzannya naye ebikonde.
Mukwano Star White Laundry Bar Soap makes you the star you are.
Do you remember why you first loved football? Was it the players, guys who just get the job done, minus the drama? They're back. Or was it the rivalry, the teams you screamed for, cried for, would die for? Welcome home. Maybe it was the game itself, that beautiful balance of the physical and the flamboyant. Let's play with the Bundesliga. Germany's greatest export is live and exclusive to Star Times. So tune into the only place you can watch the real league.
Checho, we are going to make money. Hey, hello, Baka. The deal went through. Hey, okay, how is Gulu? Hey, what? It's a boy. A baby boy.
Say it all and be at your best with Vodafone's Toko bonus airtime. Simply load airtime by scratch card, payway or mobile money and get 50% bonus instantly. Use your bonus for data or local and international calls. Vodafone, power to you.
All over Uganda, a new generation of babies are waking up happier in a new generation of pants. New Pampers pants, easy to put on, easy to tear off. And with Super Gel, they absorb wetness instantly, keeping your baby's skin dry for up to 12 hours. For a new generation of happy babies, try new Pampers pants. Pampers, love, sleep and play.
Ebyemizannyo ku NTV bikutuusibwako
and prosper with Barclays.
Mu mizannyo olwaleero enteekateeka ziggiddwako engalo Munnayuganda Ateria Ntama Golola Moses okwambalagana n'Omumisiri ng'ennaku z'omwezi 30 guno omwezi guno ku Hotel Hilton wano mu Kampala. Ensimbi ezinava mu lulwana luno Golola agamba nti wakuzeyambisa okuzimba essomero ly'ebyemizannyo mu bitundu by'e Kawempe.
Omuganda agamba nti ekite kitava ku ssengejjero kifuuka wankindo n'omuzannyo wa kickboxing Moses Golola agamba nti ekiseera kituuse atandika okwetegekera okunnyuka omuzannyo guno wabula ono nga tannalangirira mu butongole nga wanyusa omuzannyo guno agamba nti wakusooka okuttunka n'Omumisiri Sabab Delegani nga 3 omwezi guno bano bakuttunkira ku hoteri ya Hilton wano mu Kampala.
Twagala okutandika academy n'okugizimba okutandika mu mwezi gwa January. So kyovolaba nti tuvuddeyo okuteekawo fight. Nze siri muyimbi nti ngenda kukola yakayimba. Ekyendeeta era kye mwamanyirako yali fight. Kwe kuvayo ne fight.
wabula ku mulundi guno Golola ajja kubazannya ebikondo omutali nsambagere omuzannyo gwagamba nti gwe yatandikiramu.
Ngenda kubeera nga nkola training nga ndi w'amaanyi okusingako nkyali strong for the next 10 years when I'm very strong.
Mu ddiiro wa kusookawo Badru Lusambya nga ttunka ne Medi Sebyala, Charles Mulindwa azanye ne Ali Kasango, ate abakazi Diana Tulya nabo azanye ne Brenda Najjuma. Mu kiseera kino Golola atendekerwe Kavumba Recreational Center ekisangibwa wa Kiso. Sam Mpoza, NTV Akawungeezi.
Sampoza ate mu mizannyo kuvaako ebweru bw'eggwanga omutendesi Fabio Capello agugumbudde munne Jose Mourinho atendeka ttiimu ya Chelsea gwagamba nti takyalina kipya kyagatta ku bazannyi be ekibaviiriddeko okuwutulwanga olutatadde. Ate yo mu Liverpool abaayo bategeka kulangirira Jurgen Klopp ng'omutendesi waabwe ng'adda mu bigere bya Brendan Rodgers eyafuumuddwa.
Fabio Capello yaliko omutendesi wa ttiimu y'eggwanga eya Bungereza akudaalidde omutendesi munne Jose Mourinho wa Chelsea gwagamba nti aweddemu nga bweri enjogera y'ennaku zino. Kino kiddiridde akakiiko akafuzi aka ttiimu ya Chelsea okutegeeza nga bwe bakyalina obwesige mu Mourinho wadde ng'ennaku zino ttiimu ye yafuuka kimpe nkyekubire. Capello wayogeredde bino ng'abazannyi ba Chelsea baweddemu essuubi ery'okuddamu okuwangula ekikopo kya liigi ya Bungereza kye baawangula omwaka oguwedde. Ate yo Liverpool neetera okulangirira Jurgen Klopp ng'omutendesi waabwe omujja oluvannyuma lw'okufuumula Brendan Rodgers ku mulimu guno. Klopp aweze egy'obukulu 48 yatendekako ttiimu ya Borussia Dortmund. Kitegeerekese nti Omujamani ono yakkiriza omulimu guno nga kati bakama aba abajja basigadde okumwanjula mu butongole.
Simply switch your salary to Barclays. Visit your nearest branch for more information. Switch to better and prosper with Barclays.
NTV Akawungeezi y'olwaleero tugikomekereza eddakiika ebula 10 okuwera essaawa 2 zennyini naye nja kuba mulyazaamaanya okugenda nga songedde kusoma ku birowoozo byammwe kubanga mwawandiise bingi nnyo. Katusooke ne Kags twamusomye katulabe Chrome Lab berinnya siritegere naye katusome ekirowoozo kyo. Abantu kati balowooleza mu byabufuzi na kuvuga boda ebyokulima babivaako dda mpozi ne gavumenti nayo tewabalimi buwagizi bwa kulima anti buli ekikozesebwa bakibigika musolo muyitirivu webali nnyo ssebo. Ate bwe tweyongerayo Sharik Ram Kapula gamba kulowooleza nnyo mu gavumenti nti ejja kukola buli kimu kisinze okuzza ensi yaffe emabega. Mola Nicholas ekyo twakisomye katulabe Ramesh Ashraf agamba enjala n'obwavu mu bantu kiva ku bugayaavu abantu bwe balina. Abekes nawe ekyo twakisomye. Ken Keka agamba omusolo mungi ogugibwa ku bikozesebwa mu bulimi okugeza eddagala n'ebirala byonna gavumenti yali yambye bannansi ng'ejja emisolo ku bintu ebyeyambisibwa mu bulimi. Kamuli oba Kimuli Ronald agamba abantu abamu tebaagala bwagazi kukola. Osanga oli ng'alina ettaka ddene naye nga talina kyalikolerako kyokka n'omusanga ng'akaaba obwavu n'obutaba na kyakulya kyannaku. Ambasada abalaba Dennis agamba abantu bettanidde nnyo okutunda ettaka mu byalo ne baddukira mu bibuga ate abalala ebyobufuzi bibamalidde ebiseera n'olwekyo okulima kutono nnyo. Mwebale nnyo. Nsembyayo obwire Wanyama agamba nti abasinga tebalina we balimira naye abasigadde tebalina busobozi bumala kulima ettaka bafune emmere emala awo obwavu ne busigala nga bwetooloola mu maka gaabwe n'enjala nga kwotadde. Abasigadde nabasomye dda mwebale nnyo endowooza zammwe. Tusiima bwongerwa nga bwe nakutegeezezza eddakiika ebula 7 okuwera ssaawa 2. Program oba akazanyo kali ka The Deception akazzeemu jjo ke kaddako ku ssaawa 2 zennyini. Tuvaako NTV tuddemu nate enkya. Nze Farida Nakazibwe tubagala nnyo era musule bulungi.
scared of them? Don't be. Simply use Nomi. And watch what happens. Fear no stain. Nomi loves clothes, and clothes love Nomi.
Today's highlight with...
Why don't you just scratch the part that itches you most and liver doesn't concern you? Do you even know what you're talking about?
So you think you can just walk in and out of my life?
I won't sit back and watch you people take your time.
Today's highlight.
Log in.
This week on Login, see the wackiness that was at the Kampala City Festival. Beer on the Green, Kampala shows how German it is. All this Wednesday, 8 p.m. on NTV.
This is NTV.
This program is rated PG. It is suitable for children ages 8 and above, but parental guidance is advised as it might contain mild violence and mature situations.
Deception is brought to you by
Nitel, from cotton to fabric.
Previously on Deception.
Obviously, will not miss transfusion after all.
I need to go home.
I'm not threatening you. Neche kugamba cha mazima. Oyagala kunwa. Oyagala kunwa. Oyagala kunwa. Oh my God.
Notukano kuva mdwalo notankubira simu kungamba nti muvuddeyo n'omwana kale walimpereza message n'ongamba omwana bwali.
And how's your new company coming along?
How did you know about it?
Gilbert, how could you? What kind of a devil are you?
The kind that does not know the hell you
Don't start with me, Gilbert. You raped me. You took advantage of me.
We are broke. We can sell the shares and leave ourselves employed.
Arnold will get his estate, his fair share of that estate. Actually, leave it to me. I'll deal with that, Syracuse.
Arnold is my son.
He's yours? Elvis. Stop crying. Elvis. Good boy now.
Elvis, how is he?
He's calmed down a bit. But I think I'll just have to take him to the hospital. Elvis? Ruth!
But you shouldn't have taken him out of hospital in the first place. He wasn't ready.
Chris, I know, but Elvis is fine now. Maybe he's just reacting to the medicine.
Is it in your place to decide? That belongs to Stephanie.
I'll take him to the hospital.
Please do that. If you need anything...
Let me give him Ruth to feed him. Ruth! Ruth! Help me feed him first.
I need to... I'm thinking, yeah, if you need anything, call me. But
Okay.
dress up. Are you already dressed? Take him to hospital. Okay?
I will. Chris, are you by any chance going to the police station?
Yes. Why?
No, just asking.
Baby, you've got Elvis to worry about. Let me take care of these other issues, okay? Then we shall come with a better solution. Okay, I'll be out. See you later. Elvis is a good boy. He's a strong man. He'll be fine.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay, good day.
You too.
Wake up, you lazy creature. How can you be sleeping at this time? What's there mubuliri?
Chichi mala kotuloto wange chichi.
How can you be sleeping at this time? Nzaitawo nyambeko ku fridge njaka kulongosa.
Nkuyambe biki nze ndi wa myaka jogo oyito kulongoseza.
Mama wasoma muri mama manokula. Zuka nzo nyambe.
Nkuyambe ki? Nkuyambe ki?
Ndikusimula. I want to clean the under the fridge. Kati zuka nzo you help me carry it.
Siwano tegede nekyo ngamba ogamba ko kale. Leka nze neba
Ngame zuko nyambe Lucy.
Onjagaza. Manyira nze ndi kuyamba.
Togudde yo. Ate tuddayo. Ejango nyambe
ku lusula eddalo. Twakusanze mu tulooto kati ngenda natujjawo otula. Kantu yiye. Nawo okusulako obulungi. Wanaddirira nga kale.
Gilbert. 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 Are you going to be in bed the whole day?
Say so. I have things to do. I'll be up. I just need a couple of hours to rest.
Listen, Gilbert. What time did you come back, by the way? 6? What time did you come back?
We came back at 4, Evelyn, right? You're still out. Just stop nagging. Let me sleep, please.
So now I'm nagging you in my own apartment. This is my room, Gilbert. Don't you forget that. And I have a right to ask where you were last night. So where were you last night?
Please, just let me sleep, please.
Gilbert, I did not force you in my arms. You accepted the terms of this relationship. So, can you just explain to me where you were last night?
I was at the bar. It was a crazy night. Lots of customers. It was crazy.
The lovely bar. Now the lovely bar has a lot of customers. Okay, but that place closes at midnight. You think I'm a fool?
Evelyn, I'm a man, alright? And I have all the rights whatsoever to be with my friends. Could you just stop treating me like a child?
Friends? Yo, but you don't have friends. The last I knew was Chris. Listen, if you're going to keep up like this, then I'll have no use for you. And before you know it, you won't have any use for yourself.
Then just let me be.
Not so fast, my dear. My God, Gilbert. You know what? If you're not going to accept the terms and conditions of this place, this is my house. Midnight is the last you should be out. Short of that, you'll just pack up your stuff and go to that slut you call a wife. And maybe she makes you waste your life like that.
Can you just stop treating me like a kid?
Then grow up and stop acting like one.
Just let me sleep.
Yeah, good morning, Richardson.
Chris, good morning.
Well, I thought we had no business, but seeing you early this morning...
Well, let me say it's the habit I've grown to like. You know that old saying, the early bird
catches the worm.
Cool.
So anything yet?
Bad news again.
Bad news?
I'm afraid. Mm-hmm.
Just give it to me.
Well, that's the tenant lease. And it is expiring in a few days.
Yeah, I see. I can see that. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk to the landlord myself. I think I'll figure out something.
You know what, Chris? I don't think that will come to any good. I really don't. I mean, it's bad enough we have no business. But I don't think it would be really good if lose office as well. I'm sure that's going to be the last stroke.
Then let's not lose the office. The onus is on us. Let's find the business and get ourselves from this predicament.
Listen, I think you have a lot on your plate. You know, your family and stuff. Why don't you let me handle this? Let me worry about this.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm beginning to think why Gilbert did what he did.
Okay. I'm really lost. What do you mean?
Well, it's about the land title. You can use it as well to get a loan.
Please. Let's not go there. Okay? I've already lost my land to my mother's selfishness. Don't even dare ask me to lose my land title to loan sharks.
Well, it was just a suggestion.
One that's not welcome.
Okay. You're heading out already?
Of course. I need to go and find business. Sitting here isn't going to solve a thing. Hello? Yeah, here I'm coming. I'm just coming.
Some say dirty about you. Some pretend to be goody-goody. They pretend to be angels, but wolves in sheepskin. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Deception, deception, deception.
NTV, turning on your world.
People come through these doors every day, but not just to have new clothes tailored. No, no, no. They want to show their pride in their work. They come because they want their kids to shine and make a mark at school. They come for a look that will lift their confidence. To dress up their ambitions, I choose quality and consistency. I choose fabrics that are grown and woven right here in Uganda. I choose Ntvc, the fabric that has been touching millions of Ugandans for years. Touching not just skin, but also their lives.
Ntvc, from cotton to fabric.
Santa Lucia's in my soul, got me singing. Tastes so good.
feels like walking in heaven. Santa Lucia is always there when we need it. Come on, everybody, gotta taste it to believe it. Twist it, taste it, enjoy it. Twist it, taste it.
Santa Lucia, you've got to taste it to believe it.
As we journey through life, we get caught up in our daily routine that we sometimes forget to stop and be thankful.
We forget that one small act of kindness can change someone's life forever.
If you had a chance to change someone's life today, would you do it?
We want to hear your story.
Or do you know someone in your community that has dedicated their life to touching other people's lives?
Send us an email, wecan@ug.airtel.com, or write to us. Send those letters to any Airtel outlets countrywide.
No one likes to think about death and funerals, but did you know that planning for this eventuality eases the financial burden when death occurs in the family? Ensure you and your loved ones are covered for death by accident or natural causes with the ICEA funeral cover. ICEA Life Assurance Company, in partnership with A+ Funeral Services, will cover you, spouse, children, and parents for as low as 65,000 Uganda shillings. You've got better things to do than to think about your funeral insurance cover, so we've made it quick and easy. SMS the word ICEA FC to 6565 now and we will call you back, or visit us at Renzori Court, 2nd floor, or email us at familyfuneral@icea.co.ug.
You do not come here in my bar to sleep from there. What do you think this is a day and boarding?
They say laughter is the best medicine.
This is for what?
That is 300 shillings.
300 shillings, see, for someone who just attempted to demolish my own toilet.
Don't mess with that. It's what the doctor ordered for your weekly dose.
Excuse me, is this a toilet?
Isn't it a taxi?
So what? It is a toilet. I mean, you just enter just free of charge. You don't ask, you don't greet management. So you organize yourself. You left home and you had organized your enzymes to come and eat cake, meat, what? Is it your birthday?
Tickle your funny bone every Friday.
Yes, officer, how can I help you? Your driving permit. But it is my driving permit. Why should I give it to you?
Don't mess with Ann Kasime. It's comedy at its finest.
Have you seen yourself? What do you mean? You've painted yourself. You look like all the colors of the rainbow on your face.
Fair, simply the best.
I found out that they're investigating you for arms trafficking.
No one is after me for arms trafficking, Livia.
Yes, Livia. I want to ask you something and I want you to be very honest with me.
Always very honest with you, Senor.
Were you aware that Morena, the daughter of Lucimar, was a victim of human trafficking?
Namuli. Katuleki wavuddeyo waka ng'owulira okyagala okwebaka. Wasuzeewa?
Anti otulo ntusanze wano nze navuddeyo eka nga tumpeddemu.
Wasuze okola ki? Wasuze teweebase?
Nasuze bulungi anti omulundi gwange ogwasuuse okwebakako obulungi.
Sikitegedde.
Nanti tomanyi nti no maama yagenda kati nkuba yagenda nze asula mu buliri bwe.
Namuli. Ndeka. Namuli.
Wanje.
Waliwo kye njagala okubuuza. Namuli awaka muli bulungi? Tewali buzibu?
Tuli bulungi.
Totyaŋŋamba kubanga buli wenzija olaba Monica yeekweka sikyamulaba ennaku zinaali bulungi.
Ye anti kale lwakuba nti no Elvis adde mulwadde naye nga tuli bulungi tewali buzibu bwonna.
Tewali buzibu bwonna?
Nedda.
Kale kyembadde njagala omanya naye zuukuka nno otandika olongoosa ne bakasitoma baabo bazzi. Owulidde?
Ye anti.
Aunt Monica.
Sorry.
Ruth, what is it? It's nothing. No, it can't be nothing. Just say it.
That dress is nice, but I think you've overworn it.
So you think I should change it? Fine, I'll go and change it, but help me prepare Elvis.
See. Give me 5. Give me 5 now.
Hi, Lillian.
Boy, oyisa otya erinnya lyange mugamwago? Oyisa otya? I'm glad you brought yourself here. Kubanga.
Lillian, I was just looking for a saloon, and if I knew this was yours, I wouldn't have come here.
Wemagalirize muli. Tugamento wekoza obadde tokitegedde nti wano wange oba obadde ozze kunkyokooza naye kiwalagwe olina ekikuwujja naye ngenda kuyamba nkikuwujjirire.
You really want to start a fight here?
You are bad news from day one.
Seriously?
Yes, I can start anything here. It's my place, it's my salon. I can do whatever I want at any time. Naye kiwalagwe, how dare you betray a friend who trusted you that much?
Lillian, why don't you just scratch the part that itches you most and leave what doesn't concern you?
It concerns me. Monica is my friend. And if it means fighting for her, I will.
No wonder Gilbert yakuleka. Unayo byakulema.
Osimuka. Yanema, gwamanyi kyoyagala nkulaba. Toli mu kuzunga, oli mu kumenya bufumbo bwa banno. Naye bamalaya bo wabaaki.
Do you even know what you're talking about? Are you out of your mind? God, I can't even waste my time on
n'abakazi abanaku mweyagala. Kisinika ki ebinyo? Gwe munaku gwazungira mu baka gatali ga banno osuubira okuwaayo obusente kisinika. Nyengo. Kizungazunga kyagala okunyonoonera olunaku. Namuli!
Keep breathing.
Ruth.
Auntie Monica.
Don't tell me that this dress is not okay. Because it took me ages to pick this up. That's better. Really? Is Elvis ready?
He's almost. Just one more shoe. Just
Elvis?
Come.
Let me take him to the hospital.
Would you be fine?
Let me do that. You can go see who's at the door. Okay. Elvis, come baby. Easy. We go see the doctor.
What are you doing here, Gilbert?
Monica, listen.
What is it?
Monica, I came to talk to you. Please just listen to me.
Talk. Now you want to talk.
Yes. No, Monica, it's not like that, all right? Look, I've been thinking about everything that you told me, and I think I have an explanation.
Fine. Talk, I'm listening, but please make it quick.
Look, we were drunk, all right? And it happened, and I did not think the outcome would come to this.
Drunk? It is so evident that you're drunk even now. And nothing you're going to tell me that is going to be the truth. Gilbert, I don't even remember drinking even half a glass of wine.
Monica, you had a glass of wine, all right? You had a good glass of wine. Remember that, right? I'm sorry, I just don't remember much.
Gilbert, you're such a liar. You raped me. You drugged me. You took advantage over me.
Monica, maybe I did, maybe I did not, all right? I was drunk, all right?
Nonsense.
I had no choice. Have you considered that?
Gilbert, nonsense. Let this be the last time you ever show up at my doorstep again. This is Chris's son. We never happened. And let this be the last time I ever get to talk about this again.
Fine. I just wanted to say I'm sorry.
Gilbert, you're dead to me.
I'm here to see Christopher.
And what do you want him for?
You should know that by now. I'm here to discuss his son, Arnold. So, is he in?
NTV, turning on your world.
If you only knew what the future holds after a hurricane comes a rainbow, maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will glow, and when it's time you know, you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alice Mugira. The joy of every parent is to have a healthy baby. But did you know that every day 25 babies get infected with HIV from their mothers during pregnancy, at birth, and breastfeeding? Yet no baby deserves to get HIV. And here is how to reduce the risk. As soon as you know you're pregnant, go and get tested for HIV with your partner. If your test is negative, find out from the health worker about how to stay HIV negative. If you test HIV positive, the health worker will recommend the best treatment for you. Make sure you follow the treatment to reduce the risk of passing the virus to your baby. Go to the health center for antenatal care and make sure you attend all your antenatal care visits. Plan to deliver at the health center. Trained health workers know what to do to reduce your baby's exposure to HIV. After your baby is born, make sure you return to the health center with your baby for regular checkup and monitoring. And while there, remember to ask the health worker about family planning or child spacing to prevent unplanned pregnancies. Take charge of the baby's life and yours. Stand out and have an HIV-free baby.
Management of Kigezi College Butobere, the great senior, invites old boys and well-wishers to a grand alumni reunion senior day, scheduled to take place on 10th October 2015 at Kigezi College Butobere, starting at 8 a.m. The chief guest will be His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Come and express your support and loyalty to the great senior.
Raise the praise. Get inspiration. Rise up every morning with a song of praise to the Lord. A day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. Soul Moment, every Monday to Friday at 6 a.m.
What are we watching today?
GoTV has something for everyone in your family. Renew your GoTV subscription. Pay 28,000 for GoTV Plus or 20,000 for GoTV Value. Use your phone, Payway, Easy Money, our partner banks or any of our agents. Watch loads of entertainment like music, sports, cartoons, local entertainment and much more on both local and international channels. GoTV. Live it. Love it.
Log in.
This week on Login, see the wackiness that was at the Kampala City Festival. Be on the green, Kampala shows how German it is. All this Wednesday, 8 p.m. on NTV.
News Updates is brought to you by Cellular. Color your world.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
Look, madam, whatever you want to tell Chris, you can tell me. You and your daughter have no business in my home.
Easy for you to say. He's the head of the household. And he's the one I will discuss Arnold with. So, are you going to tell me if he's in or not?
He's not around. If you think you and your daughter are going to break up my marriage, you are joking.
Listen, young lady, no one is here to break your marriage. That is not why we're here. I am here to make sure that Arnold gets what is rightfully his. That's it. Not your marriage. Okay?
Wow. Have a nice day, madam.
Here, this comes You know what, Chris? We should stop lying to ourselves. There's no way we're getting out of this mess.
Richardson, don't lose hope. Keep digging.
How?
I don't know. Somewhere deep in there, I think we will find a client willing to give us business. However little. You know, I'm really focusing on trying to get clients. Do that.
Any luck with the police and finding Mama?
No. But trust me, Richardson, she's the last thing on my mind. I swear. Right now, what I care about is getting my land back.
Listen, Chris, that's a case that you should not handle with violence. I suggest you need a lawyer.
Man, but Mark is gone.
Grace isn't. And remember, she helped you find your land title. That was going too.
Yeah, she was lucky.
Yes, lucky. That's the only thing that we seem to lack right now. If she was lucky then she could be lucky now. Listen, she's a good lawyer, and you need one.
You know why I'm laughing?
Why are you laughing?
Why do I think this is all about you?
Ah, damn, man.
You're just
Come
missing
on.
Grace.
Chris, let's just stop mixing up issues, all right? Grace is a good lawyer. And you need one.
No, you don't need to defend yourself. It's okay, I was just kidding.
All right.
You know what? I think you should call her, fill her in where we are. I think she can do something. Let her magic work. But please warn her that we do not have enough money to pay for her services.
But if she does her work properly, there's nothing she should worry about.
You're defending her again.
No, come on, listen. Why don't you let me handle this, Chris? Damn it.
You know, I like the way she makes you look like a teenager.
Oh,
strength of a woman. Yeah, sometimes it's good to laugh in your problems.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you don't have a solution.
Oh, yeah.
Kalazi, hurry up. Do you have what I asked for?
Yes, I do. But the gentleman in question wants his money first.
So that means you did not get the material?
I did, but we agreed to first pay, then I deliver.
Come on, now listen to me, Mkalazi. I need those papers quickly, all right? The faster you get them, your money will be ready.
Boss, your problem is one. You don't pay. And that makes it hard for me to trust you. Remember, even my last balance for the previous job, you didn't clear it.
Come on, Mukalazi. You don't trust me?
Yes, I don't. Every time you ask me to do things for you, you can't pay. So this time, you pay, then you have everything you need.
Fine. Come at the bar at 6, all right? And the paperwork better be good, all right? Or else you face my wrath. Now get on it.
What you asked for, that's what you get.
Get on it, quickly. I must say, surprised to see you.
Christopher. Still playing hard to get, I see, eh?
Well, you found it so easy to get me, isn't it?
A woman my age should be seated at home, not worrying about a thing. And yet I'm spending more time chasing after you. I need my peace.
I'm really confused. I mean, I thought I made it clear that Arnold is my son. What more do you want?
I want what you're not giving me.
Which is?
Arnold is your son. The name alone is not enough. I want him in your will and in his grandfather's will as well.
Oh, may I remind you that his grandfather is dead?
The will is not.
Listen, Babazi, I don't know what you're driving at. But matters concerning my will, I think I should discuss that with my wife.
Don't play dumb with me, boy. I know your family so well. You seem to forget that. I know just how wealthy your father is, and so do you. All I want is that you put Arnold onto that will.
Babazi, listen. My company and my family are in turmoil. I mean, if we were as wealthy as you are suggesting, would I be banging my head on the head like I'm doing now?
Save me the drama of your turmoil. Get Arnold, not just the name, but also a piece of the cake. And if you do not do that, unfortunately, you'll have to deal with me.
Fine. You don't have to say much. He's my son, okay? I'll do as much as I can, but I don't have much, so please don't expect much.
That little is better than the child support you're giving us right now. Oh, that is a good hospital.
He's just reacting to the medication. There's nothing to worry about. I'm glad you checked him in.
I'm glad he's fine. I almost could not sleep the whole night.
I know. That's the heart of a mother. But it's always good to see them grow.
I'm glad there is nothing to worry about.
Yeah. It's you I'm worried about.
What do you mean?
Well, Monica, on the left you have to deal with the fact that Chris has another son, and then on the right you...
Don't remind me of that. Elvis is Chris's son as far as I'm concerned. And we do not have to joke about that. Please.
Yeah, I understand. But anyway, if you ever need any help, please don't hesitate to ask.
I'm fine, Stefan. I don't need any help.
You don't have to deal with this by yourself. There are professionals like counselors who can deal with these kind of situations. You can talk to them.
I'm not crazy, Stefan.
I didn't say
I don't need a counselor or a psychiatrist to take care of my mess already.
Fine. I'm not forcing you. I'm just saying, just in case you ever need anyone to talk to, you can always talk to them. I will introduce you, just in case.
I appreciate that.
And I didn't say you're crazy.
NTV, turning on your world.
News Updates is brought to you by
Salolin, color your world.
NRM decides. Ruling party sets date for primaries and delegates conference as it warns aspirants in hotly contested areas. Prime Minister reveals Minister Mutende died of infection in the liver as funeral service is held in Kampala. Kwaheri, East Africa. Tanzania's President Jakaya Kikwete bids farewell to Kenya's parliament as his term of office draws to a close. and Aisha Bahati, the blind hairstylist, charting her own path.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
The GoTV Moment. Watch all your favorite entertainment on GoTV. Give your kids lots of endless entertainment and fun on Jim Jam, Nickelodeon, Disney Junior, and ET. Renew your GoTV monthly subscription. Pay 28,000 Uganda shillings for GoTV Plus and get over 32 local and international channels. Pay 20,000 Uganda shillings for GoTV Value and get over 20 local and international channels.
GoTV, live it, love it.
Governor presents the Legends Ball featuring Moses Matuvu, Tony Senkebeje, Frank Mbalide, Eddie Ganja, Sami Kasule on Thursday, 8th October 2015. Doors open at 9 p.m. Fee is 30,000 shillings. Come dance the twist, calypso and rumba to Ugandan, Kenyan and Congolese classics. For reservations, call
nothing to lose. Far away, far away.
Stay closer for longer. 12 hours fresh breath with close-up deep action. Discover the new look of close-up deep action. Your refreshing close-up now in a new look.
Do you remember why you first loved football? Was it the players, guys who just get the job done, minus the drama? They're back. Or was it the rivalry, the teams you screamed for, cried for, would die for? Welcome home. Maybe it was the game itself, that beautiful balance of the physical and the flamboyant. Let's play with the Bundesliga. Germany's greatest export is live and exclusive to Star Times. So tune into the only place you can watch the real league.
Must watch.
You know, the consequences of what her assistant is facing is what is worrying Antonia very much.
Well, from what I've heard from Stenio, who told me the story the other day, is that she's involved in something serious. Arms trafficking.
Trafficking?
Yes.
Really, arms?
Must watch.
Wanda, I found out that they're investigating you for arms trafficking.
No one is after me for arms trafficking, Livia.
Yes, Livia, I want to ask you something and I want you to be very honest with me.
Always very honest with you, Senyo.
Were you aware that Morena, the daughter of Lucimar, was a victim of human trafficking?
How's anyone?
Marcel, you know I'm not Indian. I understand what you're saying.
I'm just saying that you are looking very beautiful.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I see you are busy.
Oh, no, I'm not so busy. I'm just looking for something to occupy me.
Really? If you are looking for that thing, you should take in my phone calls.
You've been calling?
I was calling. I called many times. When you were not picking, I come here just to see whether you are fine or not.
Sorry, dear. Do you know that you've been calling on the other number? And I misplaced it. I don't know where it is. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay, it's fine. What about if I'll take you somewhere out?
Like now?
Yes, now, if you're not busy.
Sure. Okay, just give me a minute.
But before we go, where are we going this time around?
We are going to one of the best Indian restaurants of the town.
I think I love the idea. Just 1 minute, then I'll be back. Let me prepare myself. Huh?
Okay.
Come in. Yes. How can I help you, young man?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you? It's past working hours.
I'm sorry about the timing, but I was sent by my father to ask you something.
Your father? And who's your father?
Well, he asked me not to say, but you two have business together. And he says however much the contract was cancelled, he still wanted business with you.
Listen, young man. If you cannot tell me who your father is, then I have no business with you or your father.
Excuse me, Mr. Sereko. The reason the contract was cancelled is not because you couldn't deliver. He was being threatened. But he still has an opening, and that is through me.
Through you?
Yes. Actually, that's my card. If you really want to know the type of business we do, you can call me and we'll talk about it.
No offense, but this is a cleaning company.
Yes, it is. And you know, we clean a lot of things. Even struggling companies, they need a cleaner sometimes.
Fine. I'll think about it, young man.
Oh, thank you, sir. I hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah.
Darling, you've been elusive the whole day, babe.
I had things to take care of.
Come and get it. You were supposed to meet the brokers yesterday for the new offices, and you stood me here. Do you know how foolish I looked?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I was busy.
Listen, if you're going to be in this together, I still demand some level of seriousness.
And I too want a partnership agreement, signed and stamped before we start work.
What?
Evelyn, I'm tired of you treating me like a toy, all right? We are partners here. This was all your idea. Excuse me, I have business to take care of.
Gilbert, don't you dare walk away from me. This is business too. Gilbert.
Here's all the money. I hope some good work here.
Okay, yeah. Yes, it is.
I'll keep in touch with you in case I need you for anything.
Fine, boss.
See you then.
See you.
Okay, fine. So, how are you?
So, do you think he will ring?
I told him we clean businesses that are struggling, so I hope he got what I meant.
Chris is not dense. He got it.
Then he will call.
Fine. When he does, make sure you ring me, okay?
You can trust me on that.
And please don't say anything stupid that will give you away.
No.
Okay, fine.
All right.
Okay. I think you can go.
Here we go. Hello. Thank you. Feels good to be here.
After you.
Thank you. Well, it's just getting warm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Somebody's being treated like a princess. Oh, please. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let me ask, is it possible to eat a whole goat? I'm starving. I don't even take off the skin. Anyway, what you having? Well, I think I'll have some zinger wings. Keep the goat on. And just a black drink. Yeah. Very cold. Yeah, because I'm really feeling hot. Wow.
Honey, this is unusual.
No, it's not. And trust me, baby, you better get used. Because, believe me, this is going to happen more often.
Really?
Come here, you. Come, just. You know what, baby? No matter what we are going through,
okay,
we need to keep our love on fire and our family strong. So trust me, I'm going to spoil you.
Chris. Chris, there's something important I need to talk to you about.
What do you want?
Please.
In the heart of Kampala's upmarket environment of Bugalopi, Royal Suites is a hub of world-class accommodation, dining and wine, wellness retreat and relaxation facilities. Come enjoy our spacious gym, state-of-the-art aerobics studio, massage parlor. For businesses and conferences, we have air-conditioned serene conference facilities and much more. Royal Suites, comfort at its best. The only thing missing is you.
Some say dirty about you. Some pretend to be goody-goody. They pretend to be angels. But wolves in sheepskin. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Deception, 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 deception.
I choose Nightel, the fabric that has been touching millions of Ugandans for years. Touching not just skin, but also their lives. Nightel.
NTV, turning on your world.
Program Guide.
Login.
This week on Login, see the wackiness that was at the Kampala City Festival. Be on the green, Kampala shows how German it is. All this Wednesday, 8 p.m. on NTV.
You do not come here in my barn to sleep from there. What do you think this is a day and boarding?
They say laughter is the best medicine.
This is for what?
That is 300 shillings.
300 shillings, see, for someone who just attempted to demolish my own toilet.
Don't mess with that. It's what the doctor ordered for your weekly dose.
Excuse me, is this a toilet?
Isn't it a taxi?
So what? It is a toilet. I mean, you just enter just free of charge. You don't ask, you don't greet management. So you organized yourself. You left home and you had organized your enzymes to come and eat cake, meat, what? Is it your birthday?
Tickle your funny bone every Friday.
Yes, officer, how can I help you? Your driving permit. But it is my driving permit. Why should I give it to you?
Don't mess with Ntvc. It's comedy at its finest.
Have you seen yourself? What do you mean? You've painted yourself. You look like all the colors of the rainbow on your face.
The DTB Financial Literacy Campaign is still on. Learn about personal financial management, budgeting, saving, managing personal expenses, and many more. We congratulate the winners of the first draw. How to participate? Simply open up an account today at any of our 33 branches and stand a chance of winning an air ticket to Dubai, TVs, decoders, free shopping at leading supermarkets, and much, much more. Contact us on 0800 242 242 toll free. DTB, achieve more. Regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
You can bring everybody in parliament as long as they can wake up and vote for their NRM.
As long as the voters exercise their rights to elect their leaders, there was no need for term limits in Uganda.
I know him. I know how he operates. I know how he thinks.
There are ways you can go around these obstacles.
Why should I conduct myself as if I am MUI?
It's absolutely true. I admired President Museveni.
Is the ICC a fiscal code targeting African leaders?
You cannot tell me that the whole trouble Kenya had revolved about only 2 individuals.
The money is not in the budget of this financial year.
You can't beat God. You see, God is polygamous also. Look at Jeremiah chapter 31.
The security of this country will largely depend on the contribution that the people make.
Insurance tips
is brought to you by ICEA Group.
Insurance is one of the risk transfer mechanisms where the insurance company compensates or promises to compensate the insured in the event of death, illness, loss, injury, and this is done in exchange for a premium. There are two types of insurance. One is life and the other is non-life or general insurance.
We will be there with you when it all starts. There with you as you see them through school. With you when you first ignite your dream car. There to encourage you through your investments. There with you to experience the joy of buying your own home. There to reassure you when you retire.
Did you know?
We must immunize our children.
Over the years, cases of polio and measles have declined. Primary health care has improved in line with international standards. Government has worked hard to ensure child and maternity mortality.
Like in 1990, the mothers who used to die, 100,000 was about 600 mothers would die. We are not happy yet, but our estimated number of mothers who die is like 360 now.
NTV, turning on your world.
NRM decides. Ruling party sets date for primaries and delegates conference as it warns aspirants in hotly contested areas.
A very warm welcome. You're watching NTV Tonight. Welcome to the program.
I'm Flavia Tumusime.
And I am Joel Kamadi. Let's take a look at the headlines as we begin.
Prime Minister reveals Minister Mutende died of infection in the liver as funeral service is held in Kampala. Kwaheri, East Africa. Tanzania's President Jakaya Kikwete bids farewell to Kenya's parliament as his term of office draws to a close. And Aisha Bahati, the blind hairstylist, charting her own path.
This is NTV Tonight.
Good evening. Welcome again to NTV Tonight. You're with me, Flavia Tumusime.
And Joel Kamadi.
The NRM has set 26th October to hold primaries for members of parliament, district chairpersons, the Lord Mayor and municipal mayors. The party also plans to have its delegates conference between the 30th of October and 3rd November.
Now, at a press conference addressed by a team from the NRM Secretariat and the chairperson of the party's Electoral Commission, it was also announced that the nomination of the presidential flag bearer has been scheduled for 3rd November. Maurice Cho with that report.
Primaries for the parliamentary district and mayoral representatives for the NRM will be held on the 26th October. The party's Deputy Secretary General Richard Odong said the decisions were made at a meeting with the Central Executive Committee at State House Entebbe. The party's National Delegates Conference is slated between 30th October and 2nd November, while the presidential flag bearer will be nominated by the Electoral Commission on 3rd November.
After the Delegates Conference, we shall have the nomination of our presidential candidate, which will take place on the 3rd of November at 10 a.m.
Aspirants have been asked not to use public resources like government vehicles while fundraising is forbidden. The Secretariat says that failure to abide by these rules that are set by the party's Electoral Commission will attract penalties.
Effective tomorrow, no minister will be allowed to use government vehicles in campaigns.
Odoe also acknowledges that there have been errors in the register, which has resulted into chaos as they conducted the primaries at the lower levels.
There's no perfect register in this world. I know we have trouble with ours, but if you ask for other parties, they may not even have. Ours may be at 90%. And that perfection is what we want to do in the remaining days before the primaries.
Some of the areas are in Lemo, Kanungu, Mukono, and Bushenye.
Buyaga West, where Honorable Tika Simire and Honorable Namara are already putting the country at stake. I want to warn them as Chairman Electoral Commission that we have powers to stop election and organize another election if people are around.
The Secretariat says that it will not tolerate impunity and indiscipline in the party. This is in relation to notification by Minister Ida Nantaba that she would not stand in the party primaries, which she alleges were marred by malpractice.
We have lost bigger people than her. The party did not what? A former Secretary General of the party came here, you were here, and said, I cannot do what you want. He went away. Did the NRM close? It is a stronger instead, and it is more organized.
Tomorrow, Wednesday, the party shall also announce the names of members who were disqualified from standing in the elections over questions on their academic qualifications. More research all NTV.
Thank you, Morris. Now, the Electoral Commission has verified and certified that the signatures of supporters of 4 presidential aspirants are genuine. According to the Electoral Commission spokesperson, Jotham Taremwa,
Yoweri Museveni of the NRM, Abed Bwanika of People's Democratic Party, independent candidate Amama Mbabazi, and Forum for Democratic Change flag bearer Kizza Besigye all complied with Section 10, Article 1B and 10, Article 3 of the Presidential Elections Act.
Now, this requires each aspirant to submit 100 signatures from at least 2/3 of all districts in Uganda. Taremwa says the Electoral Commission will now verify the candidates' academic papers. Each of them is also required to pay a non-refundable fee of 20 million shillings. Meanwhile, both President Museveni and Kizza Besigye have booked 3rd November for nomination.
The Electoral Commission has concluded verification of lists of supporters of NRM's flag bearer, President Yoweri Museveni, FDC's Dr. Kizza Besigye, PDP's Dr. Abed Bwanika, and Honorable Amama Mbabazi. The Commission is satisfied that the above have met the required minimum number of signatures from at least 2/3 of the total districts. Now, what remains is that they will have to meet the remaining requirements of age, which shouldn't be below 35 years of age or exceed 75 years of age, plus the minimum attainment of formal qualification of Senior 6 or its equivalent, and confirmation of payment of a non-refundable fee of 20 million for nominations scheduled for the 3rd and the 4th of next month.
Now, despite the huge potential of Uganda being a food basket in the region, at least 10 million people in the country are not feeding enough.
The situation is blamed on poor social assistance programs for poor people in the country, as well as climate change. Now, both government and international aid agencies said at a news conference in Kampala that there is need to help local people to invest in sustainable agriculture.
These are some of the people who are currently starving in Karamoja due to a food crisis that was caused by persistent drought in the region. About 14 people have died of hunger in Moroto district alone in the last 2 months. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization, hunger remains a big challenge for millions of Ugandans.
The number of hungry people in the world has also reduced by over 200 million, from 1 billion to over 700 million in the last 10 years. Although considerable progress in reducing hunger and poverty has been made, the actual number of hungry and poor remain high. And an example is made of Uganda, where you have at least 10 million people being underfed.
It's against this background that FAO and other agencies are urging the government to provide financial support and to offer social protection initiatives like public works project to raise agricultural productivity for poor farming households.
In 2013, social protection helped lift up to 150 million people out of extreme poverty.
The British charity organization Oxfam says the government should prioritize the needs of people vulnerable to climate change, like those in Karamoja.
And those things don't happen by accident. It's as a result of deliberate investments. The budgeting system must be reflective of this. The planning processes, the investments at the household, not just at the governmental level.
So what we are doing with the Ministry of Agriculture is to improve the drought early warning systems.
The Ministry of Agriculture says it is working to address food insecurity.
We are giving out improved seed. We are also working out schemes to raise irrigation so that when there is a shortage of rain to support growth through the season, then some additional water can be made available.
The officials were speaking at a news conference ahead of the World Food Day on October 16th that will focus on the linkages between social protection, agriculture, and ending the vicious cycle of rural poverty. Moses Akena, NTV.
Thank you, Moses. And later on tonight, I'll be talking to the FAO representative to Uganda, Alhaji Jallow, to delve more into that story.
All right, let's move on, because Uganda Wildlife Education Center has integrated Uganda's new lion with the lionesses at the center in Entebbe. Letaba, who was brought from South Africa, replaced Chibonge, who died at 18 in November last year.
Letaba arrived in Uganda in April this year and has been through sessions of training and assessment before being introduced to the Pride. Solomon Kawesa has more.
When the king of Uganda Wildlife Education Center's Pride, Chibonge, died and was buried in December last year, the hunt for his successor kicked off. In April this year, South Africa sent Uganda a new lion, 6-year-old Letaba. For months, he has been undergoing special training to prepare him for integration with the lionesses.
He had to go through integration, rather quarantine at the hospital, and after undergoing quarantine, he was brought down to the lion complex or the carnival complex, where he still went through integration.
Today, the officials at the Uganda Wildlife Education Center made a first attempt to introduce him to his new family. Like most first meetings, Letaba's was not any easier. He was very cautious. It also took Letaba time to get out of his cage. And when he finally did, he had to scout the entire territory to ensure security of his family. The king immediately noticed that the hyenas across could be troublesome. He pitched camp to guard the ladies as they had their lunch. Later, he also ate. Uganda's cats are highly endangered and on the brink of extinction. UWEC hopes that these little steps will help it establish a breeding center for these animals.
As we speak, we are left with about 408 lions in this country, in Uganda's national parks, and we think that we can take advantage and breed the lions, work with Uganda Wildlife Authority, and support in situ conservation in the wild by reintroducing them.
Solomon Kawesa, NTV.
Thank you, Solomon. A Ugandan woman who lost her sight at the tender age of 8 has overcome great odds to make ends meet as a hairdresser here in Kampala.
Aisha Bahati is an extraordinary woman who didn't let her handicap stop her from making it in life. Getu Tumusime Huitware has her story.
I visited this salon in the Nsambya Kevina neighborhood of Kampala to meet a hairdresser called Aisha Bahati. Bahati is not your ordinary hairdresser. She is visually impaired, but she carries out her tasks with such ease that one can hardly notice her impairment. I was curious to know how she executes her tasks in her condition.
I believe you can succeed at any job if you love it.
Bahati lost her sight when she was 8 years old after reportedly being injected with an expired drug to treat malaria. Her disability incapacitated her, forcing her to drop out of school. But Bahati was one not to let her misfortune bog her down. She picked up herself by her bootstraps and learned to plait hair.
My mother bought me a doll to play with. I often plaited its hair. Later on, I learned to plait different hairstyles with the help of my big sister.
Learning to plait is quite difficult for the visually impaired. It is even harder for a teacher to impart the skill.
My mother and siblings always encouraged me to continue. They made me believe in myself.
Bahati's sister Sumin Nanyonjo had the patience to keep teaching her hairdressing. She later enrolled her at an institute where she got awarded with a certificate in hairdressing.
Most people refused to employ me because they thought I could not deliver.
Nanyonjo started this salon and brought Bahati to work with her.
She's very hardworking and handles clients very well.
Bahati has over the years acquired the skills and is now confident she can do pretty much everything in the field of hairdressing.
I can plait different hairstyles like pencil, twist, and weave.
I asked her to style my hair. As she carried out the task, I was puzzled at how she could tell the style that suits me best.
I can tell the style that suits you by holding your head to know its shape.
Bahati tells me her greatest joy since she started hairdressing was learning to knit dreadlocks.
I was so happy to learn doing dreadlocks because I always thought it was very difficult.
She has been in this trade for 6 years now, but most of her clients do not know that she's visually impaired.
I have been Bahati's client for such a long time, but I didn't know that she is blind.
I was so surprised.
My biggest challenge is to convince new clients of my capabilities.
For her, the hairdressing business has turned her life around.
I have gained self-esteem and I am now confident that I will one day be a great woman.
Bahati has urged people with disabilities like hers to stop wallowing in self-pity and embark on doing something to earn an honest living. Gertrude Tumusime with Kware, NTV.
Flavia, amazing how this woman can just do things without looking like she's blind, and she does things so neatly.
It looks unbelievable, but I've actually been a client before. She did do my hair, and even I'm still stunned at how she did it.
Oh, wow. A very, very amazing woman. They are with a very amazing capability. Well, we'll take a short break now, but still to come on NTV Tonight. Championing education, Busia's teachers getting resourceful to get pupils to make the grade.
And in Newsnight, I'll be back to talk about agriculture and security in the food sector.
Today in History is brought to you by
ICA Group. We believe in promises that last a lifetime. When we say our promise to support you will never change, we mean that we will be there with you when it all starts. There with you as you see them through school.
El Nino, El Nino. El Nino floods, landslides, windstorms and lightning is coming. Do not be caught unprepared. Store enough food, firewood, clear drainage channels and fix your roof well. Those who will not be affected, open bigger gardens now and take advantage of the long rain season and the abundance of water. This message is from the Department of Disaster Preparedness, Office of the Prime Minister.
Are you stressed about school fees? Is your child's education and future secured? Semester Plus Education Plan will ensure your life while guaranteeing your child's education. Semester Plus ensures that your child becomes somebody someday. For more information, call 0414 332 870.
The management and teachers of Lolencia Junior School Nsanji, a sister school to London College of St. Lawrence, invite all parents of Uganda and well-wishers to the historical Lolencia Day on 10th October 2015, starting at 11 a.m. Come relax and enjoy kids' activities. Be there, don't miss out. Lolencia Junior School Nsanji is located along Kampala Masaka Road, 15 kilometers off Nsanji Police Station. Call us on the following numbers for more information.
Housing is a human right.
It entails my right to a decent home, access to clean water, good hygiene and sanitation. First step to better health is a roof over my head.
Housing should be affordable and must protect my family from illegal evictions.
The Constitution of Uganda Vision 2040 and the NRM Manifesto all state to ensure access to decent, affordable housing. Therefore, we call for housing to be prioritized on the national public agenda.
Raise your voice, claim your right to adequate housing.
Does your skin get so dry it feels like it's cracking? Now with micro droplets of Vaseline jelly. Vaseline lotion deeply moisturizes dry skin and keeps skin smooth and restored for 3 times longer. That's the healing power of Vaseline.
This is NTV Tonight.
Welcome back. You're still on NTV Tonight. The Prime Minister, Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda, has revealed that the State Minister for Trade and Industry, Minister Dr. James Mutende, died of multiple infections of the liver and lungs. He was speaking at the funeral service for Mutende at All Saints Church in Kampala. Mourners who spoke at the service described Mutende as a humble, transparent and good man.
The body of the late State Minister for Industry, James Mutende, arrived at the All Saints Church, with many mourners yet to come to terms with the circumstances of his death. One of the most highly educated ministers in President Yoweri Museveni's current cabinet, died in his sleep from his residence in Makindye on the 3rd of October. Even as they mourned, the people from diverse sectors of the country, including politicians, family and friends at the funeral, also celebrated Mutende's life.
And the moments will come, Lydia. And when those moments come, don't be shy. If you must cry, cry. If you must stay alone, stay alone. Because there will be times when doors will open and you think James is walking in and it might be a cat. So we mourn Dr. Mutende, we miss him, but we live in the hope that resurrection is for us and that in time we'll join him and have celebrations when we reunite again in heaven.
James has gone definitely a very young man, but he had had immense and effective impact on many people and on our country. And if you talk to people in the departments and ministries where he worked, he was a very, very effective person.
He had a vision of seeing Uganda industrialize and move first to another level of development.
His wife, the Deputy Special Representative of the Chairperson of African Union Commission, Lydia Wanyoto, eulogized him as a pillar that supported both herself and their children in all aspects of life.
I may not be as modest and as kind and whatever, but I'll try to fill that gap so that the family standing, because he kept blending where I had weaknesses, Jimmy filled the gap.
Mutende's body will lie in state at Parliament for public viewing on Wednesday, with a special session in his honor in the afternoon. His body will also be taken to St. Andrew's Cathedral in Mbale for overnight prayers on Wednesday evening. A funeral service will be held the following day on Thursday at Mbale Cricket Ground, after which Mbale District Council will hold a special session in his honor. Mutende's body will be taken to his ancestral home in Sironko on Friday, and he will be buried on Saturday. Walter Mwesije, NTV.
May his soul rest in peace. Today we return to our education series, Championing Education. This time I look at two primary schools in Busia. The schools, Madibida Primary and Dabani Girls, were founded back in the 1940s but continue to weather the storm of challenges to help its pupils make the grade. Suhail Mugabi reports.
Busia district, located on the border of Uganda and Kenya, comprises of 10 sub-counties with a total of 124 primary schools, most of which are government-aided. The most densely populated school in this district is the Muslim-founded Madibida Primary School, started in 1947. Located in Busia municipality, Madibida has over 2,000 pupils. Over the years, this urban school has been working to beat the odds amid low staffing.
The teachers are not enough. On the government program, we are 41, but we have employed 19 teachers to help us in the teaching process. These are paid by the parents, PTA.
The measure of success for the school are results during the primary leaving examinations, where a majority of pupils pass in Division 2. This is partly attributed to the good working relationship with parents.
We've been doing well. For example, last year we got 37. In 1914, that is in 2014. In 2013, we got 35 in Division 1. And most of our children pass in Division 2.
However, the school continues to struggle with the little capitation grants given to them by government, but are not enough to sustain the school's operations. Books provided by government to aid in teaching are also inadequate for the large school population.
How are you trying to manage this whole situation and to make sure that most the pupils you have here can work with the little that you have?
We have two methods. One, if a teacher is going to teach in a class, comes here, get the number of books he's going to use in a class, takes it there, then after using, they bring them back. That's one. Then two, during the library time, or games time, there are some children who come here to research, get some information, they read from here, after that they go back.
In the neighboring sub-county of Dabani is Dabani Girls Primary School, founded in 1946 to champion girl-child education. The school over the years changed its stance as a single-sex school to allow boys to get education. For the last 8 years, the school has seen an improvement in its grades thanks to its head teacher, Sister Benedette Ikaret.
But our parents here have understood. Actually, that's why the performance is improving. Like, for example, when we have meetings, we sensitize them on the value of feeding the children, because you can't teach a child with an empty hand.
Teachers themselves have also devised ways of keeping motivated so as to continue performing effectively.
In this school, as teachers, we grow our own crops, whereby we don't have a problem with breakfast and also don't have a problem with lunch. Once teachers arrive in the morning, nobody will start moving out to look for breakfast or to look for lunch. All meals are catered for.
For now, amid several challenges, including feeding, some head teachers and teachers in Busia districts continue to find resourceful ways to ensure that they lay a strong foundation for thousands of pupils. Suhail Mugabi, NTV.
Well, thank you so much. You're still on NTV Tonight. We have News Night now, and I did say that we'll talk about the millions of Ugandans who are actually underfed. In studio, I have the representative for Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, Alhaji Jolo. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
You've had a good day?
Yes.
Fantastic. So it's staggering numbers for Ugandans who are actually underfed. But I wanted to know, what do they mean when you say underfed?
Yeah, the Fed is mainly talking about malnourished people.
Malnourished Ugandans.
Yeah, and in Uganda there has always been that doubt as to why that happens.
Yeah.
And we realized that it might have been more of ignorance on what to eat.
What to eat?
Yeah,
not
and that
the
is more of
availability of the food.
No, because Uganda is food secure. There is a lot of food in Uganda, But then people have difficulties in utilization and also access to food.
Okay.
So the access to food, the government is doing quite a lot in opening up areas, improving road networks. Then people can get access to food, and food also can reach markets and areas where people need the food.
Yes.
But then at the same time, the utilization creates a challenge for the country. And I think more and more people are getting to realize that they have to understand nutrition, what they have to eat, how to eat, and that will make the difference in actually moving the people more and more into getting better well-being, and we will have less and less malnourished people in Uganda.
It's not just about feeding, it's the nutrition, understanding what we're feeding on. So the organization is looking at social protection programs.
Right.
Let's first define that before we get into it.
Yeah, well, the social protection programs, they're talking of the main application is cash transfers.
Yes.
And the cash transfers are supposed to improve the condition of households in the sense that when they have this cash, they can deal with other issues other than the production aspect. So when they have the money, they can maybe pay school fees, they can take care of the health, education, and other things like that. Then they complement that with the production aspect, the agriculture aspect. And this is why we are combining social protection and agriculture in the theme for the World Food Day that we are having next week.
Yes. So the programs are ideas, or have they got into the implementation stage?
No, some countries are implementing it because there are examples. And even in Uganda here, I think there is social protection because the Ministry of Gender, if I understand it right, takes care of elderly people, and that is giving people money to spend on the local economy. And that is, these elderly people buy things that they need within the communities, and that at least provides money or something to circulate within the communities for them to get income. Now, the example that is given that it seems to be a success is like Ethiopia. They've taken care of, I think they're saying it's the biggest intervention in social protection in sub-Saharan Africa.
South Africa, Brazil, Ethiopia,
yeah,
very
Brazil,
good successes.
Yeah, Brazil, they bought over 200,000 tons of, or they took care of 200,000 farmers, and they bought thousands of tons of food from them, and that put money in the farmers' households. And Ethiopia also, they took care of, I think, millions of people.
Is there a specific worry to the fact that small-scale farmers are majority women? So we're talking female-headed homes and households. Is there a specific, intervention for them, or is it a general intervention for your social programs?
No, in our own activities, we don't target women specifically. What we do is we target farmers, small-scale farmers, and women play a significant role.
Yes.
So we work with them, and especially in our approach where we use farmer field schools, and you have a lot of women. In fact, they're very prominent in these schools, and they seem to take it more seriously than men. Wow. And especially on the village savings and loan scheme, the women get a lot of benefit from it, and some of them, they've manifested the benefits in terms of what they can get in the household, in terms of how they take care of their children, and things like that. So we work with them as a group, and not just singling them out, because we realize also that that can create some problems, because when you extract the women and work with them, you leave the men out, you create a problem, because the men can rebel and they can create problems in the household. And we are also working on combating gender-based sort of like violence in households
as well too.
So we don't have to encourage some of those things.
That's true. Now, you spoke of government, of course, working hand in hand to make sure that these social security programs are there and existing. But is there a need to adapt them specifically for this market? And could there be an incompetence to it, if I can call it that?
No, because I was thinking, because it's to encourage government to look at the farmers, the small-scale farmers. And last year we, I think, talked a lot about family farming and the role of family farmers in the food security situation in Uganda. So I think the government should look at the farming community and the households and try to direct some of the assistance to those households. If they cannot actually create some degree of insurance for the farmers, they should find means of targeting farmers and putting money in the households, which can be used for other needs and then it can complement the production systems that they have within the communities.
Okay. Uganda, let's take the case of Uganda, as we are going to approach these social security programs, what are our advantages that we're working with as a country?
Yeah, the advantage is complementarity, because I see Uganda as a country that has a huge potential in agriculture and is making very good use of that potential. The production is increasing, even though some people see it as minimal, but I think there is progress, and then there is potential to even do more and better. So if you have some of these social programs for farming communities, it will not only maintain the people who are in these communities as farmers, but it will encourage some of the young people to get into these communities, knowing that they have other benefits that can sustain them. And we are actually working with even schools to encourage students to see farming as a business. And I think the government makes, I think, that point quite clear, that the future is in commercial farming.
Definitely.
And if you have to do commercial farming, you have to really take care of the business aspect and making profit.
Yes.
And the profit will bring in more people, and then it will create employment for the young people who are actually in urban areas. Some of them are not doing much, and some are in border because they see farming as not bringing them much. But if they get to the commercial aspect and doing farming as a business and get profit from it, I think we can make progress in getting some of these people back to the farmlands.
As we wind up, I'm going to stretch and ask for our vulnerabilities, or I wouldn't really call them disadvantages, as we try and take the social security initiatives. What will be our vulnerabilities, areas where you feel as a country we might find trouble?
I cannot really say trouble, because I can say challenges in the sense of taking up a new kind of thing in the country, or within the economic development of the country. And that means that when you're introducing new things, you're bound to have challenges, so you have to address those. But the good part of that is that you have examples in other countries. I think we mentioned earlier Brazil, we mentioned Ethiopia, South Africa, and other places where we can draw these experiences from, and then improve on them and adapt them to the Ugandan situation, and at least there we'll make serious progress or significant progress. And I think it will really help the farming community, because farming is here to stay, and farming is the backbone of the economy of Uganda, and anything that will improve that or maintain or at least bring benefits to, we should work on that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Haji Jallo,
Thank you
the
very
FAO
much
Food and Agriculture Organization representative. That's it for Newsnight. We'll be back.
Newsnight is brought to you by brightermonday.co.ug, bringing you together.
The Commission of Inquiry into alleged mismanagement and abuse of office at the Ugandan National Roads Authority tasked the former Director of Planning at the authority to explain anomalies that led to the financial loss of 30 billion shillings. David Luyimbazi appeared before the Commission along with the former Chairperson of the Contracts Committee. Sudhir Berahanga was at the probe.
The former Director of Planning at Uganda National Roads Authority, David Luyimbazi, appeared before the Commission of Inquiry to answer queries regarding anomalies in the construction of the Mbale-Tororo and Mbale-Soroti roads. It's reported that the contractor was allowed to start work on the eastern Uganda roads without a design. Under normal circumstances, UNRA is supposed to provide a detailed engineering design to a consultant before he reviews it. But the main complaint here was that the consultant Gibbs was not given any design by UNRA, and that's what caused the delays that cost government 30 billion shillings. Therefore, the commissioners were wondering as to why the UNRA officials, especially the planning department, did not find it frugal to do what they were supposed to do.
Mr. Luyimbazi, would I be wrong to conclude that you actually were told to hand over this project? That made you angry for some one reason or another, and decided you would not submit these drawings to the offices that needed them.
It's not true. It's not true at all.
Eventually he got what was available, but it wasn't sufficient.
experience of Kawempe Kafu guided us on what we
Is
did.
that if your best road was Kawempe Kafu,
No.
and that is what you based on
Not
to
the-
make decisions for Tororo
The-
Valley,
it
is it any wonder that we have problems?
No.
The commission has interjected as Ulimba's labor to explain the technicalities of the engineering design.
What steps do you go through to undertake a design? Do you stop at visual assessment of the road?
When the engineer was tasked to provide more details, he deflected the question.
Even the basic understanding of what constitutes a design is a challenge to many engineers.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
Limbas was also tasked to explain why the cost of construction was different from the two roads. According to the UNRA officials, the cost shot from 46 billion shillings to 106 billion shillings.
Couldn't you have stopped him from wearing that work and say, stick to the original plan?
It could have been done, but that action was to be effected by the user department.
Earlier witnesses told the commission that the hike came as a result of additions to the scope of work. UNRA's former contracts committee chairperson Patrick Mahomes admitted making mistakes, but also mentioned other officials who he says caused the roads authority financial loss.
Mr. Mumza, why are you punishing taxpayers of this country to award a contractor 30 billion for doing nothing?
This was based on the recommendations of the technical officers and the consultant.
Sudil Biarhanga, NTV.
Thank you, Sudhir. The Uganda Episcopal Conference has asked all Catholics to undertake what it describes as appropriate spiritual preparation. The statement signed by the chairperson of the Uganda Episcopal Conference and Archbishop of Gulu, John Baptist Odama, said special indications and directives would be issued at the national and diocesan level. The Episcopal Conference also urged Catholics to do acts of charity towards the poor and to practice work of penance, reconcile with one another, and love Christ. The conference, however, noted that the church is currently facing several challenges. It names infidelity and domestic violence in homes among them. The call comes as the country readies to receive Pope Francis, who is set to visit the country from the 27th to the 29th of November this year. We now take a break, and Malcolm Musime will be here with business.
Brought to you by Lion Assurance, security, care and integrity.
Hearing about the reports of food stress, even media reports of food deaths in our parts of our country, the eastern part of our country, in Karamoja. At the same time, when we have had no food, no reliable rainfall, we are also being told prepare for El Nino. So the movement from drought to El Nino, from no water to too much water, there's no better case to show the vulnerabilities that particularly the small farmers are confronted with at this time.
If you love it, insure it. Call Lion Assurance today on 0312-207-000 for all your insurance needs. Lion Assurance.
Did you know that nearly 26 girls are defiled every day in Uganda? Many adolescent girls experience sexual violence, exploitation, forced marriages, discrimination, and as a result end up dropping out of school.
Investing in a girl's education can give her the power to change the world.
Support the Because I Am a Girl campaign by joining the government of Uganda on 11th October 2015 to commemorate the International Day of the Girl Child, the Power of Adolescent Girl, Vision 2030. This message is brought to you by Plan International Uganda and its partners.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Yes,
another fast from the smartphone network. Get your internet on the go with the new Airtel Wingo. Make up to 10 wireless connections from your laptop, car, USB port or any other power source at only 100,000 Ugandan shillings and comes with 1 GB free data for 1 month. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Management of Kigezi College Butobere, the great senior, invites old boys and well-wishers to a grand alumni reunion Senior Day, scheduled to take place on 10th October 2015 at Kigezi College Butobere, starting at 8 a.m. The chief guest will be His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Come and express your support and loyalty to the great senior.
Blue Band helps my child grow. That's why I never miss a slice.
Every slice spread with Blue Band is an opportunity for your child to grow.
Spread every slice, Mom.
Buy Blue Band today and take the Blue Band High Five School Challenge.
Business News is brought to you by Stanbic Bank Private Current Account.
Welcome to NTV Business. My name is Malcolm Sime, and tonight on NTV, in the news we have the new Mo Ibrahim Index on African Governance report, which is out, and that's a big one, but that will be for later. Let's start off business news with an update on the figures that the internet is posting. So the business continues to post reasonable growth, which now constitutes at least 4.9 million of the population unit costs, and may not come down unless there are some fiscal reforms. A cross-section of investors in the data business say that excess duty customers, I beg your pardon, the levies and e-commerce taxes, among others, in a way continue to keep the overall internet process up, affecting growth and business returns.
The current close to 5 million active data market or internet users in Uganda could triple once there are fiscal-related reforms to allow for business growth, industry experts argue.
There are many policies and procedures or policies within the country that should be implemented to develop us as a country and help us roll out easier, from customs duties, tax duties, implementation, excise taxes, mobile money taxes. The reduction on these fees and transaction costs will help enable us to get out the product in upcountry areas, even in Kampala, to be able to bring in good products, high quality products, and put them out there for the entire country as a whole.
Michael Davis, the co-managing director of Samboa Solution Store, says that the current state of affairs touching on the data business is wanting.
Obviously, the major challenge is the distance from the primary points of entry for the network access, which are typically the ports of Mombasa, the ports of Dar es Salaam, to be able to come in this far. It does take a lot of network connectivity from those 2 points to here. So as we develop as those networks develop, as more businesses here grow and put more money into developing those networks, it will get there, so that we're able to compete against those regional groups like Kenya or Dar es Salaam.
He also cites the increasing level of innovation around e-commerce as very instrumental for the expansion quest on data business.
E-commerce is one method to be able that can be delivered on the network at a very low cost, low bandwidth rate. So utilizing the mobile networks, utilizing the tablets, utilizing smartphones, creating a mobile application to be able to go out to the end user and then be able to deliver is relatively easy, especially now that the network availability is growing here.
Reina Ojon, NTV Business.
Now, governance progress in Africa is stalling even when human development and economic opportunity on the continent appears to be improving. The new Mo Ibrahim Index of Africa Governance report mentions Somalia and Zimbabwe among the countries that have posted some progress, while 21 countries recorded weakening performance into 2015.
Southern Africa remains the best performing region with an average score of 58.9, followed by West Africa at 52.4, North Africa at 52.2 and East Africa at 44.3. Central Africa is the lowest ranking region with an average score of 40.9.
If we look over the last 15 years, from 2000 to 2015, because we have this data for 15 years, we have this sort of data. And we'll see that governance in totality, is really have moved quite a way up over 15 years. But if we draw a line at 2011, in the last 14 years, we notice that this upward direction somehow plateaued.
Only 6 countries registered an improvement across each of the 4 categories, which include safety and rule of law, participation and human rights, sustainable economic opportunity and human development. These involve unlikely candidates such as Somalia and Zimbabwe, but also Cote d'Ivoire, Morocco, Rwanda and Senegal. Speaking at the launch of the report, the former Africa Development Bank head Donald Kaberuka looked beyond governance, challenging African countries to stop the export of its much sought-after commodities in raw form.
Instead of worrying about where commodity prices are, is what does it take for us to get a share of those jobs on the African continent? So that means your policies, your energy, economic integration. Also, these are the matters which should focus African leadership. Not to know how copper prices is, because that will always go up and down.
The marginal improvement in overall governance at the continent level is underpinned by positive performances in only 2 categories, human development at plus 1.2 and participation and human rights at plus 0.7. Both sustainable economic opportunity at negative 0.7, and this is what Mo Ibrahim had to say.
We have 17 goals. We have 169 targets, and we all celebrated, and people will, batted themselves on the back. The question is, what's going to happen tomorrow? Who's going to measure progress there? Who's going to follow up on this 169 and publish it? There is a huge problem there.
Published annually, the Ibrahim Index of Africa Governance provides a comprehensive assessment of governance performance for each of the 54 African countries.
And the index report is actually online. You can get it and see where your country, Uganda, lies, and of course other countries across the East African region. In the financial markets, Memi and Stanbic posted some very good activity, sealing more deals at the bounce today. Memi stock price gained 5 shillings, while Stanbic had a 1 shilling stock price gain, closing at 625 and 33 shillings respectively. We have more in this report.
Financial Report
is brought to you by
meaca.go.ug. With East African integration, things will get a lot easier. Be it travel, trade, education, or tourism, East Africa is open to you. Karibu, East Africa.
So finally tonight with an update on mobile banking. Stanbic Bank says it is turning more digital and mobile platforms to support most of its transactions, following an industry trend that is increasingly embracing ICT to manage costs and deepen penetration. The bank today launched 4 new digital products, with some targeted at mobile phone platform, joining a string of other players that are racing to tap into the more than 18 million mobile money account holders, against the 5.5 million bank accounts spread across the over 20 banks operating in the country.
Bank's perspective, obviously, it's very expensive to run large branch infrastructure. We have over 70 branches across the country. Maintaining that branch infrastructure is expensive. We want to be able to use that branch infrastructure for serving customers more efficiently. So opening new accounts, serving customers where they have complex transactions to be done. Where it's simple everyday banking, we really would encourage our customers to use the technology that we're providing.
That's it on NTV Business. Thank you for watching. Up next is just another short commercial break, and we'll be up with the latest in sports.
Stanbic Bank Private Current Account. Transact with your Platinum Visa debit card. Mortgages up to $2.5 billion. And internet and mobile banking.
Buganda Land Board is in the process of a mass surveying and registration exercise on all the Kingdom land in Chadondo and Busiro. The following documents are vital in the exercise: proof of ownership of land, 2 passport-sized photographs, and a bank slip with proof of payment of 600,000 shillings paid in the Bank of Africa Buganda Land Board account. You will then be deemed a rightful and registered owner of the land, and you'll be issued with a letter of proof, title, and deed plan. Buganda Land Board aims to reduce land disputes with this exercise. Come to Buganda Land Board offices, first floor Masengere building, or go to our branches in Machindie, Chibuga, Ndeje, and Nansana, or call telephone 0800 140 140. Buganda Land Board.
If you only knew what the future holds, after a hurricane comes a rainbow, maybe a reason why all the doors are closed, so you could open one that leads you to the perfect road. Like a lightning bolt, your heart will glow, and when it's time, you know you just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just own the night like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework.
NTV Sport is brought to you by
Barclays.
Welcome to NTV Sport. On to kickboxing. Australia's champion fighter Piotr Lagotsky has arrived in the country for a showdown with Uganda's Umar Semata, slated for the 9th of this month. The Australian jetted in this afternoon and is upbeat about winning the World Boxing Federation title fight. Derek Ntege reports.
Peter Lagotsky has crossed the Atlantic to tussle it out with Umar Semata for the World Kickboxing Federation title in Uganda. Lagotsky will be hoping to claim the belt from the Thai-based Ugandan, but it won't be an ordinary fight. Some fans have likened it to 2 caged animals coming up against each other.
Peter Lagotsky and Umar Semata, they are the 2 most feared fighters at super welterweight in the world. Nobody wants to fight them. And it was so hard to get Piotr a fight. Nobody in Europe wants to fight Piotr. Nobody in America, nobody in Latin America, nobody in the Middle East wants to fight Piotr Lagotsky or Samir Sakia. But then we got the call from Uganda.
Semata must be made of something special to take on the Australian. He has looked far and wide to pick up a fight, and now the opportunity has presented itself.
He's been looking at Umar Semata for a long time now, and now the 2 boys come together now. Let's get it on.
Lagotsky is ranked among the top 10 in the world and is confident of winning the fight.
I'm ready to fight. I'm just very proud that I can fight a guy like him because he has got very good name in Thailand as well. People know him. They said that's a great fight for me. So, yeah, I can't wait.
For Lagotsky to claim the belt, he'll have to beat Semata in his own backyard. The fight will be held at Hotel Africana in Kampala on the 9th of this month. Derek Ntege, NTV Sport.
To a story that will surely get in mixed feelings for fans. Uganda's boxing sensation Moses Golola says he will hang up his gloves after a 10-year career in the kickboxing ring. Golola says he intends to set up a sports academy before bowing out of the scene. Sam Poza with more.
Moses Golola is considering retirement after his long career that has been characterized by shock defeats and impressive wins. He will, however, take part in a few international non-title fights before his actual retirement in a bid to fundraise for his sports academy. Golola will take to the ring on the 30th of October at Hilton Hotel in Kampala to take on Abdelghani Saba of Egypt in a 4-round boxing bout.
I'm not going to wait until I get a bald head and I retire. No, I want to leave a space for the young generation, for the young men, because I want to tell you I'm still very strong. I can be a champion for the next 20 years.
The match will be the first that Golola will be participating in 15 years, since he quit boxing for kickboxing. The proceeds from the fight will be used to start the construction of the Golola Talent Academy in Kawempe, a Kampala suburb.
I'm going to be very active, training every day as I've been training, because I'm not a joking subject. As you know, I am the king of the jungle. So I have to make sure that I keep ruling the jungle. Though there are other animals which are there, but I have to know the king of the jungle is there.
Meanwhile, Buddy Rusambia returns on the night to take on Medi Sebiala in one of the undercard fights. In the other fights, Charles Mulindwa takes on Ali Kasango, while Diana Tuyanabo faces off with Brenda Najuma in the ladies category. Sam Poza, NTV Sport.
King of the jungle indeed. It would be sad to see him hang up his gloves. Well, we wish Moses Golola the very best. Moving on to boxing, 120 golfers are set beg your pardon, Uganda has suffered yet another loss at the ongoing IBA World Boxing Championship in Doha, Qatar, after team captain Roger Semitala failed to go past the first round of the championship. Now, the Ugandan lost to Ecuador's Padilla Sengundo and ended his chances of qualifying for the 2016 Rio Olympic Games in Qatar. Uganda sent 4 pugilists to Doha to compete for medals and the 2016 Olympic Games qualification slots. The country's top medal hopeful, Fazil Juma Kagwa, was ruled out of the competition on technical grounds. The fighter failed a weight test on arrival in Qatar yesterday. Now, however, 2 fighters are yet to step into the ring. They are Hassan Abdul and Mike Sekabembe. Right now, 120 golfers are set to battle it out at the Palm Valley Golf Club in Entebbe on Independence Day. 20% of the participants at the Pepsi Independence Day tournament will be ladies. The course sits on 18 holes, but only 9 of them are playable. Now, the professional golfers are set to compete for prize money of 10 million shillings.
It's often referred to as a main sport, but we have seen women that have constantly excelled at the sport. For instance, our very own Flavia Namakula and Tanzanian's Angel Piton. And this is a proof that women are equally built for the sport, growing and nurturing the sport in the country.
Now, on the international sports scene, the Football Association has charged Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho with misconduct for his comments after Saturday's defeat to Southampton. This and more in our news wrap.
Manager Jose Mourinho has been charged with misconduct by the FA for remarks he made about match officials following his side's 3-1 home loss to Southampton on Saturday. Defeat by Southampton means Chelsea have lost 4 of the opening 8 league games this season, leaving them 10 points behind leaders Manchester City and 4 points above their relegation zone. Mourinho felt referee Robert Madley denied Chelsea a penalty on Saturday, adding officials were afraid to award his side with spot kicks. Still at the bridge, Chelsea have offered their support to manager Jose Mourinho after their worst start to a top-flight season since 1978-79. Meanwhile, Blues captain John Terry says the 52-year-old Portuguese is the best person to help the club recover from their miserable start. And at Anfield, Liverpool hope to appoint Jurgen Klopp to replace sacked manager Brendan Rodgers by the end of this week. The former Borussia Dortmund coach is favoured to take over from the Northern Irishman, with ex-Chelsea boss Carlo Ancelotti also a contender.
Simply switch your salary to Barclays and you could win a trip to watch the Barclays Premier League live in the UK. Visit your nearest branch for more information. Switch to better and prosper with Barclays.
Well, and that wraps up NTV Tonight this evening. From us here and the team behind the scenes, I am Joel Kamadi.
Flavia Tumusime.
Have a good night.
Good night. Tonight is our 10th anniversary. And your dad, he bought me these lovely dresses. And he's taking me out for dinner. Okay, I am so late for work. All right, see you later. Okay.
I know exactly what to do.
So how do I look, girls?
Just like a star.
Mukwano Star White Laundry Bar Soap makes you the star you are.
Do you remember why you first loved football? Was it the players, guys who just get the job done, minus the drama? They're back. Or was it the rivalry, the teams you screamed for, cried for, would die for? Welcome home. Maybe it was the game itself, that beautiful balance of the physical and the flamboyant. Let's play with the Bundesliga. Germany's greatest export is live and exclusive to Star Times. So tune into the only place you can watch the real league.
Seriously?
My NSSF. It's looking good.
NSSF Go is so easy you always want to know. Track your savings via online and mobile. Download the NSSF Go app or dial *254#. For more information, visit www.nssfug.org.
NSSF, a better life.
This is NTV.
This program is rated PG. It is suitable for children ages 8 and above, but parental guidance is advised as it might contain mild violence and mature situations.
Destroying my marriage won't give you a single thing.
48 hours, Berna. That's 48 hours.
Well, you know, the consequences of what her assistant is facing is what is worrying Antonia very much.
Well, from what I've heard from Stenio, who told me the story the other day, is that she's involved in something serious. Arms trafficking.
Trafficking?
Yes.
Really, arms?
You better start talking. I want to know exactly what you are doing here.
Jorge vem de lá da Capadócia, montado em seu cavalo, na mão a sua lança, defendendo o povo do perigo, das mazelas do inimigo, vem trazendo a esperança. Jorge, nosso povo brasileiro, tem alma de guerreiro, não cansa de lutar, enfrentando um dragão por dia, na sua companhia, a gente chega lá, olhando para o céu, sou capaz de ver, trocando, levantando sempre com você.
So what? You better tell me exactly why you are here.
Nothing.
Speak louder, because I'm deaf.
Well, nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
This is not the first time I've seen you patrolling around the place, giving whatever excuse to get close to the women. I know that you even brought medicine over to Morena some time ago.
Because she didn't.
What?
She wasn't feeling
And after
well.
what happened, this guy Zia, he all of a sudden showed up here wanting to buy Morena. And this was ordered by Mustafa. Isn't that the story here?
But I don't know anything about.
Oh, you don't know, huh? But I know that you were here with Zia. Huh? You came in while he stayed waiting for you outside. The only reason that man came inside is because I went over and asked him to come and enter. Huh? I practically had to force him. What is it the two of you want in here? You didn't come to dance in here, and I'm pretty positive that your friend didn't come all the way here to dance either. Huh?
Nobody instructed me to come. I was passing by, and so then I went in. I have been here before.
What did Morena tell you about this place? What did she say to you? Man, I don't have the whole day. Come on. Now, start from the beginning and let me warn you, I have lost all of my patience already. So come on, huh?
She didn't tell me anything. I don't know anything. She didn't
Hold on
tell
a second,
me anything.
man. Do you have a gun?
What? A gun?
Yes,
No.
a gun.
No,
Let me go
I
search
don't
him.
have a gun.
Search him.
I don't have a gun, I said.
Check the
Look,
pockets.
I don't have any.
A cell phone, a wallet, and another cell phone.
Do you work for Mustafa Iyata?
Who? Me? No. I work at the Grand Bazaar at Mr. Tartan's store.
Yeah, we know that already. Does Mustafa have a business like this? Does he have brothels and girls? Huh?
Well, I don't know if he does.
Oh, you don't know? Look, I'm going to ask you, for the very last time, what are you doing coming here? You better speak up, man!
I came here to speak with Adam.
To Adam?
Yes, Adam. He's a friend of mine.
To Adam. But I heard that you asked about a girl here, Waleska. Didn't you? Didn't you? Well?
Yes, I did. I kind of liked her.
You've got the hots for her.
Yes, she's really pretty. I mean, isn't she?
Okay. Can I invite you for a drink? Huh? Courtesy of the house.
No.
Oh, come on. It
You
will
don't
be
have
on the
to.
house. It wouldn't be polite to reject a free drink, right? Come on, have your drink. I insist on it.
Yeah.
Huh? So you want a girl?
Yeah.
Well, then we'll make sure you get a girl.
Okay, thank you.
It's my
Appreciate
pleasure. Darling, take him. Take him to the hall. Did you get your stuff? Good, let's go.
Thank
Come
you.
on, you're going to
All
the
right.
hall. Come on, have some fun. This way. Have a seat.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you.
A drink. Make it a strong one. For our new friend here. Do you prefer blondes? Brunettes? Redheads? Maybe Asians?
What?
Huh? Marcel. She's pretty.
How are you?
Our friend is getting one on the house. Sit down with him, okay?
Yes, of course.
Oh. Feel free to use the best room that we have. Huh?